And just to set the scene a bit, so you're all in a tavern in New Jiri, in between clue hunting expeditions, but you have a little bit of downtime, so feel free to discuss, thoughts on the murder case or anything else. But whenever I sense kind of that conversation cutting short a bit, we'll cut back to the actual story.
Do we have an explanation for why Alistar is not here in the tavern with us, or maybe he is and he's just
He's napping still. He's up. He's
not
up napping.
talking to us?
He's having a little nap upstairs.
Okay.
Sorry.
Alistar is T-posing in the corner for undisclosed no reasons.
I Guys, like, in character. I was just bugging y'all. I kind of feel like I don't know exactly what we're all doing. I kind of just like showed up and people were uh motivated to do things in a way that I didn't question too much. But if you have any, like, I get the impression that, like, did I ever get why what bad magic Sarkovan wants to do? That's in character. I'm saying, like, what like, you seem like you're attached to something hard to do that you've gotten into some mischief trying to get done. I don't remember. Did I hear about? I don't remember.
I don't
That,
think we've really gotten into it,
yeah.
to be
It don't,
honest with you.
sounds private, so you don't have to tell me. But
Well, I don't mind sharing my story. It's just that
at least the why
it
you're out here.
tends to not be a subject most people are particularly keen on discussing. So I would shudder to think that you might view me in a lesser light if you learned about what I was really doing, for I am still the same Sorkovan that you knew
I mean, like,
before.
yeah, you did have that pretty fucked up sword that was annoying as fuck. Um, but like,
Well,
whatever.
um, the sword was an opportunity that
The impression.
I thought I could take advantage of and use to the best of my abilities, but as it turned out, uh, the sword viewed me much in the same way, which I wasn't blind to, but um, I couldn't control it, and things got out of hand quickly. But
Yeah, you miss all the
that was
shots you
the
don't take.
sword. That was not me, perhaps. Perhaps it was my poor judgment,
Yeah, but no,
in thinking I could control it, but
yeah,
otherwise.
but Frank, you miss all the shots you don't take, and you had some backup plans. I respect that. You had friends and stuff to handle it if you went, too bad. If it went too bad, turned out okay, as far as I'm concerned.
Right. But,
Um,
but to your point, if we're going to lay it all on the table,
only what you're comfortable with.
um, something horrible happened to me. Um, Something I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. Um, and many people here have experienced a similar thing. Um, a loved one dying. Incidentally, we're investigating the death of someone now. Um, Someone close to Alistar. Um, but it was not my brother who perished, it was my betrothed.
Rough,
And
rough.
um, Well, I won't get into my whole motivations for it. Perhaps that's a discussion for another day. But um, the truth of the matter is that it was a mistake that she died, a mistake that I will correct, and that's really all there is to it.
So you're trying to revive her, not get revenge. That's the vibe.
Well, her death was, um, as far as I'm aware, rather mundane. There's no one to get revenge over,
Okay.
as far as I'm aware. Um, it was just pure happenstance. Um, and but that doesn't mean that it's any less wrong in my eyes.
Certainly.
Um,
Seems fair enough.
so,
Get an important person back to you back seems like a good plan. I
well,
think people are.
sure, but and I'm interested to know that you feel that way. For I don't believe that that is the opinion of everyone. In
Oh yeah,
fact, probably not most people.
people are weird about coming back from the dead. I feel like it's a weird vibe. I guess they care about like I guess like gods are fucked up about it or something, and people care about gods. I guess that's the vibe. I like try not to piss them off, but I'm not like I don't.
I
Maybe
think
they're
more or
cool.
less you're onto something there. Yes.
Yeah, they don't. They're not. I mean, like they're important because they'll smite me or some shit. But I don't try and I try not to fuck them up too much. But they don't. I
Just for
don't have a
the,
lot of stake
just
in them.
for the record, if I may be so bold as to assume Havoc will shut up Kevin. If you are strong enough to conquer death, then that is your right to do so. But that's how I feel. Just putting that out there.
Sure. How does having feel the same? It seems like a good. I like that vibe, but would how happy would Havoc be if I stole a couple of his souls from him? I wonder. I guess gods are usually pretty good about sticking to their guns. Um, if they believe a thing, they believe it.
Well, my opinion on the gods has changed over time. Um, I fancied myself a follower of Heffine, and perhaps in some way I still am, though that relationship has grown estranged as of late. Um, but frankly, the gods are to be feared for their power, certainly,
Certainly. They
but
don't fuck around.
and I have no quarrel with them, lest they, for whatever reason, act as an obstacle to me. At which
Yeah, yeah,
point
yeah.
they will be exactly like everything else that has gotten in my way.
Yeah, it seems difficult to like. I'm a little bit away from properly offing a god, for example, for being rude to me, but I get the vibe.
Well, it's a bit contradictory, right? I mean, I'm trying to bring my wife back from the dead, for it was a mistake, and yet I'm not so fickle with whose lives I have to take to achieve that goal. Um,
Well, they
and
weren't important to you.
and well, that's something I've struggled with because I do think that life is important, and I don't necessarily believe that it's something that should be plucked away with no reason at all.
Yeah, that
Um,
makes some sense, I guess.
but
Seems
I
like a
am a
waste.
I'm a person just like anyone else here. I've made mistakes.
Everyone here certainly has managed to make our decisions dramatic. We make big mistakes and do good, but also our good deeds are big too. It's a strange place to be.
Agreed.
If it's any consolation, Sarkovan, even though we've only known each other for a short time, you really have changed since you got rid of that sword.
Oh, and sorry to Aldry. Seems like I'm being a little flippant about gods, but it's my understanding that uh, your place is pretty. They're important. They're important to you, or at least the one is important. I think. Yeah.
Well, they're important to my people, but not to me.
Okay.
Not necessarily to me, anyway.
Are your people important to you at least?
Very.
That makes sense. I think that's common for people. Gods are important to them only through their community. Like you don't care about your god specifically, but everybody you know cares about your god, so you do what the god says, because otherwise the people will be annoyed with you. But it's a useful tool sometimes. Getting the work done. Makes sense.
At least if you're going to be flippant about it, I believe this is the better place to do it.
Cool. It's weird for me. I don't think I didn't used to think about having a god or gods very much. But the person who gifts me what I have is in that space, seems deific at some level. And it's a weird relationship to have. I used to not care about gods. Maybe I have a god now. It's weird. It's a weird thought. I'm not used to being.
Well, since we're having this conversation, um, I don't believe that I really quite understand where it is you're coming from.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. Like, like, I'm just kind of. I mean, like, others have told me I'm a bit mad, or if they like, but I'm just a brawler from, like a. I used to do brawling shows, fighting shows, feats of strength as a dwarf, like a show dwarf. That's like a strong man, but also like obviously I fight. I fought. I grappled. I
Was this from
like.
before the disease that plagued our lands, when dwarves could walk freely?
Oh no, no! As a dwarf, I very recently left dwarf. I when I met you guys, I wasn't sure I was gonna die, whether or not I was gonna live or die from that disease. But I figured I was hoping to die anyway, so and maybe not be a dwarf anymore, so it was kind of a moot point. So I was just YOLOing it a little bit. Um, so like yeah, like I was last uh tournament I was in was months before I met you. And I don't know. I only like shortly before that last tournament. I fell very ill. I hurt myself very badly, and the local cleric thought it would be expensive. Like thought the gods would be uninterested in my me. We're used to it being very expensive to revive people. I was willing to pay that price, and there was used to being a little bit of social stigma to that, and I was willing to pay that price. And then it was didn't bug anybody, and no, and that cost and price didn't arrive, and that's what led me to be. I don't know where the power comes from. I don't know what the tattoo I have. I started having a tattoo. I had a tattoo for myself, but it certainly has changed in ways I do not understand. And it seems to be affected by some power I don't understand. And now I figured if it's, I heard this story like shortly after I got revived for cheap. I heard stories that there were other revivification processes that did interesting things, like changing your body. And so I went looking for it. And that's why I'm here.
You're not
No idea
helping
what
the madness allegations.
I don't. That's not the point. The madness allegations are not the my. If it helps, if we want to make it clear that my death was lava involved, was not was what's the word I'm looking for? I voluntarily interacted with lava directly.
Hmm. Well,
Not
that might be
trying.
why you're here physically, but I'm more interested in. Perhaps I'm more interested in where you're trying to go from here.
Oh, I haven't been every kind of. I haven't yet wrapped around on the revive on changing bodies, so I'm certainly going to get a lot more value there. Being outside, I certainly did most of the things to be done inside the dwarf fort, the dwarven hold. So there's certainly more. This is fucking fancy. I never expected to get to the Feywild. I like new things. I like the idea of new experiences.
But no
Pains.
specific lofty goal like bringing someone back to life or
No,
finding a missing crown or.
no. I just am enjoying my life as thoroughly and aggressively as I can. And this is certainly proving fruitful. Your company is certainly proving fruitful.
Understood.
I a little bit am becoming interested in uh, the intentions of the thing that gives me life and power. Like has given me power. It seems like it might be conscious, which would be relevant. Convert. It seems like maybe you could have a conversation with it, which would be interesting to me. Um, and I would hope like it seems to have. I want to make sure that we stay, that we don't have problems in the future. You know, I don't know what it wants, and it looks like it wants what I want, and I'm very pleased by that. I'm very thankful for that. But I don't know what it wants actually, so it would be useful to know. But like, I have no idea how to look for that information. I've never seen any. I have yet to find any documentation that looks like anything like adjacent to the experiences I've had. So I don't like. I'm not like I can't. I gotta be honest with you. Reading is. I've read a lot. I don't need to read more. Occasionally, something interesting pops up in reading, but I'm not a researcher. I'm not a. I can't parse all of it. I'm not the scholar. So it
Um,
has
Alright,
been.
you commune with gods fairly often. Do you have any advice?
I don't know. Is it a god? Is that what it is? That'd be cool if it was a god. That would make things easier because then
You're the one
uh,
calling it deific.
well, but like big dragons are deific. Every like you're do you consider mother deific?
Yes.
Can't you be? I guess you can be communing with like gods. Like I don't know. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that. I don't know that business. I don't. I've done a little bit of research because this, but I don't know.
Takara, make a religion check for me.
I'd love to. If only I had Foundry open. That would
Oh,
be.
that's fine. That's fine.
Um, wow, could really do that. You're welcome to force me before I pull it open if you feel like it.
Oh,
I'll give you a minute.
Reloading. Okay.
it is remarkably interesting the way these hooved feet, work differently than legs. It's crazy. You fundamentally walk different. It's like walking on your toes all the time, but it's like comfy. It's real weird.
Well, you get a
Real weird.
inspiration unless you want to spend one or reroll that.
Yeah, I think it makes sense if the card doesn't know what the fuck Ketsy's talking about. So we're gonna keep it.
It seems appropriate.
Yeah,
Um,
thematically it makes sense.
um, I don't know. Hope that's like satisfactory to you. I don't like. I agree with you. I mostly don't like killing things. I don't like needless death and needless suffering. Um, I'm not. I've noticed people are slightly less upset, slightly more upset with it than I am. Um, if someone make like, yeah, I don't. Yeah, sometimes people die. That's the way the world works.
Sir Coven, can you make a religion check for me as well?
Whoa.
And who knows? Like death could be an interesting thing. It seems like souls stick around and you can like do things after you die, kind of. You don't just like disappear and stop existing. And even if you did, like that's interesting. So I'm not that fucked up about people dying. Seems more like a problem to the living than the dead. Death.
It's like everything is, the colors of everything are weird.
Fucked. That's weird.
I might need a refresh or something.
17.
Um, so listening to what Takara is saying,
Not
thinking
Katara.
of or not
Cassie?
Takara, Cassie, thinking about your own experiences with and the things you've learned from the Fallen Phoenix involving the process of life and death, the forces at play, and some of the observations you've made about the magic involved when she is killed and resurrected.
Also, like maybe my tattoo has some hints.
Yeah, it reminds you of something, and it takes you a minute to think of what that is. But looking back at your past adventures, you remember your time in the Nightmare Dragon's Lair? Each of you faced a nightmare, after which each of you had a chance to ask a question of something that was too grand to grasp, in a sense, and that question was answered. You get the feeling that that thing you communicated with is the same or similar thing that is where Kessie's powers come from.
The same realm from which Gessie's power come from, at the very least.
I wasn't, as the player, I wasn't aware that that interaction was not like I understood that it took place within the game, but
Mhm.
to a certain extent I thought it was like meta-esque.
Mhm.
But that's not the case. It was
Who's
I
to say it
was
won't help?
interacting with something.
So it was sort of like after it certainly Sarkovan certainly had the feeling of like waking up from a dream, and that answer came to him. It's sort of like a dream-like experience, but not quite the same. So there is that sort of like fuzziness to it for sure. Um, and like the way Kessie talked about it, like maybe being conscious, kind of like you didn't think of that as interacting with a conscious thing, but that sort of like fuzziness about its consciousness reminded you of that in a way, I guess.
Um, I convey that in a way that in the best way that I can as Sorkovan.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, and Takara, you also went through that experience, but no one else in the party here did. So.
mm. I also add that I say something to the effect of, and I think that there might be a decent chance that we can experience something like that again. So hopefully
Maybe I'll
You
get.
can find some answers there.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Problem is, you're saying you got to like answer any question. There's too
Well,
many
it was more
questions.
like a wish that I had. The thing that I wanted most to know. It wasn't like a beck and call. It's like
I got you.
something being fulfilled as I was waking up. It's hard
Yeah,
to
I guess
describe.
I can't think of anything I want to know specifically more than like information about my patron. I don't know what you want to call them.
And perhaps that's what you would have gotten
Perhaps.
if you had been there.
Y'all got interesting stuff from that weird dream future thing, and I certainly did not. Got a different thing than you all got, which is too bad.
I've been
Maybe
thinking about that actually.
I kind of.
Almost
I was
like
like,
your identity has been plucked from you.
yeah, I guess. I just maybe, or like y'all have business. I want new things. I want interesting. I want new. I want not. I want surprises, and it was certainly a surprise. Certainly interesting. Certainly new.
Sure.
Um.
I
Uh.
just theorized that it was random, I suppose, that of all of our visions, it didn't seem. It was interesting to me that it was Takara's that you had seen, and not
Certainly.
someone else's.
I was expecting maybe. Fuck. What's
Why
Leaf's?
someone within the party? You know, if it was truly random, couldn't it have been anyone?
Yeah, and then
Anyone
like,
in the realm?
and also like, I don't know Takar like that, so like I've had more meaningful interactions with other of you, at least before now. So
Just
certainly it's
found it interesting in that way.
yeah.
You
And I
could
knew
just
not
chalk it up to Fey magic nonsense. That's
cer-
always an option in here.
certainly it was Fey magic nonsense. Unfortunately, I find myself often dealing with the sort of situation where you can chalk it up to nonsense. Kind of. Not all Fey magic. Whatever my magic is not Fey magic. Well, it might be. Who knows? Maybe there's a big scary Fey.
It's perfectly acceptable to live in ignorance or naivete.
Certainly, I'm not in a rush to learn. But if I try and learn about myself, sometimes I have to make shots in the dark. But fair enough. Naivete is it's just fine for me as long as I continue to have
Well, I'm certainly talking up whatever I saw in there
to what?
to nonsense. But I'll tell you what I do want to know, desperately. Some knowledge I'd like to gain. Audrey,
Yes.
what's it doing?
Wait, what's what? Sorry, I can't actually like legit.
You're
Can't.
you sound like you're talking through like through an aquarium.
There are 8 planes of glass.
Yeah.
Not quite that bit. Okay.
What is your goal? I doubt.
What are your goals?
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought I knew that. My to name. And, my goal is to kill Andromeda. You all, I feel like, know that by now. You helped
I picked up on some of it.
me with
Did I-
it one time, but
didn't.
unfortunately that did not stick.
She
and
didn't either.
We that is my only goal at this point. I want nothing more than to do that.
And after that,
After that, I want to go home. I'm not, like, I will help you all, like I said, with any of your goals that you need, but at some point in the near future, I want to go back home. And Audrey thinks something to herself, but she doesn't say it. And And she kind of just ends the statement there.
Yeah, like sounds like you have business for you. Like you said, you have strong connections to your people, and they have expectations of you, and you're trying to fulfill those.
Exactly. But at this point, I'm at a loss for how I will ever kill her again. She will know, she'll be on guard, and she obviously we tried another time to kill her, and it did not go well, as we all know.
More accurately, she tried to kill us. No.
True, true. I just have no idea how to even go about it almost, and how it will ever work, but I need it to work.
I think the Castives are powerful but overconfident.
I agree with that.
We will catch them making a mistake. And it
Yeah.
will be their last.
At the very least, right? You guys have some business with them besides Audrey stuff, right? You got they. There was some drama going in that fight. I didn't quite follow, but it was like pissed. You guys were proper pissed at them for some bullshit. You like knew them or something? Knew the one guy maybe?
One of our party members, and by chance, my dearest friend, is a Castive, but he had renounced his
Activity.
familial ties.
Yeah, there's a good way to say that.
Um, but he was still under their control in a way by means of runes that had been etched into his flesh and his very soul. Um, but we removed them, and we thought he was free. But in a sudden turn of events, he was taken from us, and his father, by use of a wish, was able to turn him in to the son he had always wished he was.
That's
And,
fucked.
and what you saw was the result of that.
That's proper fucked. I'm not into that actually. Maybe I.
Right.
Mm,
None of us are, I would think.
fuck. Would it be interesting? I don't know. I don't permanently would suck though. Permanently would suck. Yeah, fuck them. Hopefully we don't have to kill him. Well, I don't know. Do we call him still him? Is he still your friend? I guess you don't want him dead either way. It's easier to get him back than it is to kill him.
He's
like,
no longer the
revive.
love that we knew. If there is a way to revert this condition, of course I would prefer that over his death, but him living the way he is now is a fate worse than death. And if there's no way to truly save him, then I know what he would have wanted.
You know, you saying that, I had never thought about this before, but they made, or their father made these wishes to bring Andromeda back and to convert Love, whatever, with the magic ring, or a couple of different magic rings, I can't remember, but
I believe it was just one. The one ring had 3 wishes. The last wish he used
yeah.
to bring back Andromeda, is
Yeah.
my understanding. Although the
What happens-
Castives are very rich, so they might have
Yeah.
access to more.
Yeah, but I
That'd be
wonder
a fucking expensive ring.
if the ring, after the wishes are gone, does the ring still hold any power? Like, do those, if the ring is destroyed, for example, does, I
What
don't
kind
know
of
about these kind of things, but like,
Might
does
be-
the ring, do the wishes go away and revert back to what was before?
Who knows? But it seems like a useful tool in any
Someone can
countering
throw
of
down
wishes.
Arcana checks if they like.
I'll do it.
I'll do it. Oh, I got a 0 though, so not much help here.
Didn't do well either. I rolled a nat 1.
Are you
we don't-
proficient
no.
in intelligence? Oh, never mind.
Sarkovan, you get an inspiration, but
Oh, sweet.
um, but Sarkovan, I mean, thinking about it, you know that the the ring can't be destroyed because it was made in the fires of Mount Doom. Only there can it be unmade. It must be taken deep into Mordor and cast back into the fiery chasm from whence it came.
I'm not joking. The whole time we talk about this ring, that's what I was thinking about.
Obviously.
The one ring. Oh,
No, you have no
Um,
idea. Your statement about it having 3 wishes and one being used on Love and one being used on Andromeda is correct.
we don't know. Do we know what the third if the third wish was used for anything?
Uh, Sarkovan
One
and
was used for him to get eternal life. One was used to change Love, and one was used to bring back
The
Andromeda.
law. Do we know
was
that?
my understanding.
Excellent. Useful information.
But to your point, Aldry, I don't know if it makes sense that I would say this given I rolled a nat 1, but my understanding is that the ring allows the user to cast the wish spell. And I don't think the fulfillment of that wish is tied to the existence of the ring, whether it
But
is
it might be.
intact or not. It might be.
I'm saying it might be a useful tool if one wanted to undo a wish, having a ring of wishes that made the wish might be a useful component, a useful
Agreed.
something. Might if you want one spell wanted to make such a spell, it might be useful.
If he
I'm
had
not
one wish left, could he not have just wished for another ring of 3 wishes?
So you're the guy that would 3 wishes would wish for a million more wishes. Like
I am a woman. Thank you.
I suspect they have you get in trouble for that, but who knows? Seems like it'd be very difficult for multiple rings of 3 wishes to exist. That was not the case, though.
If the
Do more than-
casters were truly powerful, they would just be able to cast Wish inherently. Why rely on trinkets?
They're expensive trinkets, but yes, they are not. There are more expensive trinkets called the mage that can cast wish.
I think the casters aren't innately strong. It's their wealth and resources that make them strong. However,
I lived with them for a while, and that is absolutely true. They have things because of their wealth and power, but not because they're innately powerful.
however, they do have powerful allies.
Yes.
One of which we faced. A dragonborn sorcerer by the name of Mihi Majid. And I'm sure there's more like him.
Takara spits on the floor. The mention of his name. Not joking. She does that.
What would they do? If I guess this was before me, huh? I don't remember. That.
It was. He used magic far beyond what we were capable of and was able to transport Lov's father, teleport from wherever he was to where we were to cause this whole tragedy to happen in the first place.
Audrey, make a history check with advantage for me. I'll
Oh,
give you some
okay.
extra details about the casters that You would know just
Mm-mm.
from.
This might
He's
sound like
also the one that tortured Lov
Yes.
and put the runes on his body to begin with.
Yeah, so you knew that part.
Ah.
Mihi is a dragonborn sorcerer from the Far East who they hired to do this runic magic. He kind of served as Lav's tutor as well as and like trainer with using the runes and runic magic. And going back to some of the earlier things about the castives and their wealth that you brought up, so you would know that the family as like a organization was founded by Vocastro's father, so like Andromeda's grandfather, Marzio Castiv, who was a pretty accomplished arcanist, and he was the one who really got the spell scroll business going that they made all their wealth off of. Um, when Vocastro took over, Vocastro really had the business sense that like skyrocketed the family and company into Istarian power. Um, so yeah, like Marzio was a wizard, um, but Vocastro is just a businessman with a lot of wealth and power and connections. And uh, and then Andromeda um, has a little bit of magic, kind of like ranger adjacent magic, but mostly it's by training her ravens and the things she
Mhm.
teaches them to do. Lav has magic through the runes, and then Castor uh, is a swordsman first, but does have a pretty good talent in magic as well. And you kind of get the sense that's from like all the different tutors and schools that he's gone through, and he's very kind of competitive and just trying to be the best at everything. And so he's a great swordsman, a great negotiator, a great leader, a great wizard. Um, but yeah, Liam, we decided to do a little interlude, I guess, where everyone's just kind of hanging out in a tavern, role playing as their characters and chatting about things that are going on or what they're interested in or whatever. So we'll cut back to
Gotcha.
the main story once the conversation kind of dies out a bit, but there's definitely been a lot of interesting stuff y'all have been talking about. So
We've just
Alright,
been
fine
like,
with me.
yeah, poking each other about what's important to us.
Hmm.
Um, yay.
Mother
Finally
did
woke up
say
from
that.
your.
Mother did say that if we figure out where the castives got their power from, it would help us with a
I mean,
little less description than that, as she is wont to do.
I mean, like, she certainly. So they certainly have some deal with the Sharon government in a way that is like the Sharon government is not aware of what they're giving up and is not getting the fair shake. I don't think. Um, what else?
Well, I would hazard to guess that that is an afterthought from, I think it might extend back to all the way to the grandfather.
The thing is, the thing I was getting at was that they need those spell scroll their spell scroll business and the trees they need the trees for that business. It's my understanding. And they have a lot of fucking trees from Sharon. Um, that's boring shit. Yeah.
yeah, we can head back to the story now
No,
then. Or
that was a joke about Cassie not giving a fuck. That was not
sure,
actually being bored.
no, I
Um,
understand. I got that,
um,
but also if
yeah,
unless anyone else wants to chat
like
about anything.
obviously,
Oh look, Alistar has stopped T-posing in the corner.
That's
Yes,
what I was
hi,
gonna
guys.
say. I was gonna say, Alistar, you've woken from your nap.
um,
Yeah, I'm sorry. A lot of stuff's been going on the last couple days. Needed to take a breather for a moment.
uh-huh, makes sense. It's rough.
Hmm.
I'd like the opportunity to bring Alistair to the side a little bit. I don't want this to be in the whisper channel, but in the greater context of the conversation,
More private.
yeah. Um, Alistair, we've not really had too many opportunities to get to know each other.
Hmm.
Um, and I have to say, with everything that's been happening with our party, I was a little suspicious of you. Won't sugarcoat it. Um, but now I think I realize that that suspicion was not well founded.
Yeah.
And
No, I'm sorry. No, I totally get it. I mean, I came to you, and you guys were already an established group, and I mean, I could definitely understand just having a random guy come up and then saying like, "Hey, I was directed to come here. Can I join you guys?" It might seem a little bit sudden and out of nowhere, but I'm happy to hear that that I I can now say that I am welcomed to this party, and that you guys see me as a good ally to have.
um, I don't I don't speak for the whole party, but I believe that that is the case. Yes, very much
Of
believe that
course,
is the case.
of course.
Um, this is a very uncharitable thing for me to do, what I'm about to do. Um, and there's, I fear there's a great opportunity that um, this might drive a wedge between us. And to the extent that I can prevent that now by prefacing this, that is what I'd like to do. But I must stay true to myself, and I've been thinking about this since the moment I learned that your brother had been murdered.
Go on.
Um, you seem like a person who knows a lot of things, like you know things that are perhaps unknowable, and because of that, I'm not sure how much you know about me, or where I've come from, or what it is that I aim to do. But in the event that you don't know those things, um, I'm a member of an um, organization called the Fallen Phoenix, and that's not something that I say lightly, and I understand that it comes with its own baggage. Um, but we believe that death is not the final point in a person's story. It should not be. Um, the ink can come up from the page, and the story can be rewritten. A better story. And that's what I aim to do in my own life for for someone who I lost. And I just want you to know that I'm your friend, not just in the context of this party, but also through the network of people that I know and that I work with. And I'm sure we will bring justice to whoever is responsible for Supernova's demise. But bringing about that justice will not undo the tragedy of losing Supernova. Only bringing him back can accomplish that. And although I do not have access to a power so great that it would make such a feat trivial, I'm on a quest to achieve that power. And if I do achieve that power, I would use it to help you. Um, all that I ask in return is honesty and if you feel that it is within your morals or ideology or whatever um, is important to you to help me in any way, um, I would ask that of you. Um, this is not meant to be a recruitment speech, as I've done in the past and regret. This is not meant to be um, a gotcha or anything like that. It's just because of who I am, I believe that you have a right to know that this is a possibility for you and for Supernova. And that is all.
I see. Forgive me. That's certainly is a lot to take in, and I appreciate you being very honest and upfront with me. I that is one thing I very much value in in people. Um, I would say under normal circumstances, particularly growing up, um, a lot of what you stand for, or a lot of your goals, would have normally been unaligned with my outlook, particularly in regards to death and rebirth. I will say, however, the last couple days, the cosmos have given me insight, particularly when it comes to the nature of really all of existence and the concepts of where everything came from and where everything is going. I will be willing to try and see things from the perspective of what if things did occur differently when it comes to life. And I certainly have no issue helping you in accomplishing your goals, as I am aware your wife is very, very important to you. All I ask in return, however, is that when it comes to the fate of Altair, or Supernova, that that decision is ultimately led up to me and to the rest of my family.
I think I've grown enough recently that that is surely something I can honor.
I greatly appreciate it, Sir Token. I am happy to call you a comrade and a friend.
Likewise, Now let's not keep our party members waiting.
Indeed, we have much to do.
Okay. I return back.
I follow.
Party time?
Alrighty. So
Good
speaking
time.
of things to do, Taylor, what happened last session?
Oh no. Don't ask me that. Things happened. Hold on. I know this isn't where we started, but my first bullet point is we realize that the culling is to take place today. And so we make our way to the arena of culling. And that is when we discover that everybody who is apparently a witness of what happened to Supernova, who we were discussing about interviewing, is in the culling, in the actual fight itself, and that it looked to be a bit of a massacre as opposed to a fair fight. And also, at least one of the people there I'm pulling up from the actors menu all the names. Banref was a satyr. He was specifically told when we were doing our parlay with the hedgehog court, he was specifically told that if he testified truthfully and was forthcoming, that he would be spared from the culling despite his disability. But upon our entering into the Colosseum, or the arena, that obviously that promise was not fulfilled. And I believe it was Turkara, or perhaps Kessie, who jumped in and... Okay. And speaking for myself only, I saw that as an injustice, so I jumped in, and then before we knew it, everybody joined the fray. Except for Silvestra, who, as I understand it, was, I guess, concerned about the politics of that decision. And we did battle, and we were not able to save everyone. But
There's a bunch of people though.
we did save a lot of people, and we saved all of the, if I'm remembering correctly, we saved all of the witnesses. Notably, it was Caress of the Fire who was sort of the leader of the opposition fighting us. And I thought it was kind of ambiguous as to his involvement, I guess, in whether the witnesses were in the calling or not. Like, we didn't really get to have a conversation with him about that. To me, it seemed like he was just reveling in the battle, because that's kind of what he's all about.
Yeah, someone else in this group might have been the one that actually pulled the trigger on putting witnesses in the pit.
Right, right. And we did best him, but rather than being able to, I guess, incapacitate or kill him outright, he disappeared in a puff of smoke, and we were not able to follow him. but I know we didn't start with that. So somebody help me because
We
my
started
notes.
after the Seder massacre of 2024. We did some speak with deading, and we're basically thrown on a wild goose chase about a Seder mercenary that no one has ever heard of.
Oh, right. He's like not a real person, maybe, or like was
Still
right.
lacks the death mask.
He was either wiped from existence or didn't ever really exist, and it was just some bullshit somebody said.
And then the only other kind of important thing was Cassie making a deal with something very very ancient.
Ah, yeah.
I made friends with the spider thing, spider friend.
Yeah, there was some navigation through the webway.
Where were we heading to and using by means of the webway?
The headless human. We were trying to avoid the tunnel.
Okay, but then what did we do with the headless human? Didn't we just spend
We
the
were going
night?
there to going there to rest.
Okay. All right, that's what I thought. Um, we didn't actually get to see what happened with Kessie and that being.
Yeah, like there was some indication that maybe it gave me goals that you wouldn't necessarily agree with, but it shouldn't be that they're not terrible.
Okay. Well, I know that when we were speaking dead with the Stater lieutenant, that he had mentioned Dolax the Death Mask's body perhaps being in the chessboard battlefields where the war is going on, and we walked around town and asked about rumors, but nobody acted like this person even existed in the first place. So that was kind of a dead end. I think we did discuss perhaps going to the Mouse Cat Mortuary after we were done with the arena, since it's right next door, to just kind of make sure that there's nobody by the name of Dolax who is deceased. I think in the past we've also discussed perhaps going to the Shady Grove, where Astla the Ice is apparently um, living at their residences there, because I think we kind of are suspicious of her, and also suspicious of Bachala of the Four Seas, being that we've been assailed on two different occasions by water, ice stuff. Um, uh, that's about all I have, to be honest.
Yeah, so af as the crowd clears, the battle in the arena completed, um, several of the Fae that you saved come up and thank you. Several of them just wander off or try to hide and get away from potentially getting recaptured. But in particular, Fanriff steps forward and says, "You know, it's always been the way of the Fae to call out weaklings like us. City gets overcrowded with full of immortal beings, so this is what they got to do. But I appreciate being saved. Um, Honestly, I think after this, I need to find a new home. Seems like both courts got it out for me.
Maybe get the fuck out
Yeah.
with us.
So good luck with
Uh,
your investigation or whatever, but
don't you need to? Did you want to? Were both courts gonna upset with you for your?
I mean, the Hedgehog Court promised they'd protect me, and then soldiers picked me up and brought me here. I don't know if that's them or the Unseen Court or what, but it's not safe for me here anymore.
You don't
Can
know
we?
whose allegiance the soldiers were to?
I mean, technically the Unseen Court with Thesraldian as governor, but
Hmm.
they the members of the Hedgehog Court hold a lot of sway. They have a lot of resources.
Didn't they want you to? Didn't you? They want your.
Well, what I'm saying is they should have been able to protect me from soldiers
Oh,
on the street. That's what they
fair enough.
promised.
And they failed to. That's troubling. Did anything come to light that you think that they might not like your what you have to say?
I mean, I can't imagine why. They seemed really upset at Thessaldian, and I saw Thessaldian leaving the tunnel. And as he said that, Beetle Curse steps forward and says, "Wait, you saw Thessaldian leaving the tunnel that night? That's really weird because I saw Olazdor leaving the tunnel that night."
Because
Um,
so these are the different people on different sides.
yeah, those are the two leaders of the two courts. Um, and Thanos, like, on the night of Supernova's death, it was probably about half an hour before all the soldiers showed up to try to start figuring out what was going on. And Beetlecore says, "Yeah, around half an hour before. That's when I saw the Traldian." And the very hairy creature sitting in the back, he's kind of like twirling his long mustache, and he says, "Maybe they were having some kind of secret arrangement or something. I don't know. I didn't see either of them leave." A lot of strange things were going on that night.
Hmm.
I don't like the part where the uh unseen court was literally just gonna kill these people, killing evidence.
Which exits of the tunnel did you see them leave from?
Um, Thanarif says, "I was at the exit heading roughly in the direction of the Headless Human." Beetle Curse says, "I was panhandling by the entrance of the Shady Grove." Um, and Balder Norther says, "I was by the castle in that area. Um, didn't see anyone come out, but I do remember seeing a pair of people head in. I think it would have been a little bit before the times you two are talking about. But one of them had a pretty fancy hat on. That's all I remember."
Remembering who has what hat is
That's
terrible.
Copper Hat.
Was it Copper Hat? Is that the only other?
It's the only person that I can think of who has a fancy hat, who is literally a fancy hat. A disembodied fancy hat.
But I said disembodied fancy hat. He didn't.
I mean, it was late at night. All I remember is the height and the roundness, and I think the hat did have a bit of a shimmer to it, maybe reflecting some of the distant street lamps. I've never met this copper hat, but
Did it have a
assume.
body? Did the person have a body you saw?
Um, I can't remember exactly.
Any distinguishing features about the person they were with?
Uh,
Do I
pretty
get the sense that?
tall. What's
Sorry,
up?
go ahead.
They had a long cloak. But it was dark, so I couldn't really make out much detail.
Do I get the sense that everyone is being honest here?
Roll insight.
I was thinking the same thing. Can I roll that too?
That is for what insight is. God damn it.
Yeah, Aldra, you can roll as well, and that'll be it. Um,
Well,
both of you are pretty confident that all three of these people are, having been saved by you, they seem earnest to help out how they can, and they trust you more than pretty much anyone else at this point. Um, but Aldra, you feel like, and this guy's doing it kind of with a Faye slyness that's not obvious to most normal people, but might be obvious to Faye. But you kind of have been here a little bit. You picked up the sense it seems like he's leaving out details because he expects a bit of something in return. Um, you feel like if you offered him something, he might have more to say.
Um. hmm, I say, look, I know this has been a lot, and this has been a day, but um, really, any information you can give us is extremely important. We can compensate you in any way that is needed, or help you with something in any way, but
Yeah, I
we
mean,
re-
like,
Is that
yeah,
a deal?
not anyway, not anyway.
She said
Uh,
anyway. Do
yeah, but no,
do. Mm,
not anyway. What?
These are
mm.
Fae we're dealing with. We should speak in detail.
Precisely.
You don't need
Um,
to.
but we would
And
like to.
Thanos like, Balder, come on, be nice to these people. They saved us. And Balder's like, look, I'm not the wealthiest of Fae. I gotta get what I can. Look, I promise it'll be nothing that will protect, like, will put you in danger that you're without. Nothing that is of extreme value to most people. Uh,
Do I get the sense that he's trying to be? He's also now picking his words.
yeah, I mean,
Balder, dear, you should be very careful with who you're trying to trick.
roll intimidation with advantage.
who me?
No,
Sestra.
Oh.
Shestra has is a specific person in this world. Has some
So
advantages and a intimidation.
what he'll say to you, Aldry, is kind of glancing at Sestra. Well, I mean, if Mother's daughter insists, I'll at least be honest with you, but I won't modify the deal. I'll tell you everything I saw, but I'll need your hair.
Much of it.
My
All,
hair?
all of it.
I I can't remember. What does this person look like? Is it like a person? Is it? Can you?
I can show you.
Oh, so is he like short?
Yes.
Like okay,
He's like 2.5 feet tall, but
okay, yeah.
very
Uh,
wide, stocky, and a
I
lot of hair.
grab by the I don't know beard. No,
By his nose hairs.
I grab him by like his hair on his head and like hold him up and like push him against a wall, and I'm like in his face, and I'm like I say something, I don't know what I'm gonna say. You will not touch a hair on me, and you'd be wise not to even suggest anything like that again. And I drop him.
Roll intimidation.
Aggression.
19.
Nice. Um, he says, I mean, I don't need to touch your hair, and he kind of waves his hand, and you see your hair kind of lift and start waving around. But
That's the kind of touch.
I'll, all right,
Hold on,
Thanos, right?
hold on. Let's all calm down here. Does my hair interest you? It's a nice shade of pink.
I'll take that deal.
We gotta
Okay.
update the art again. God damn it.
I'm not particularly fond of my hair, but I do believe that you should get something for this information. And if that's truly what you desire, who am I to judge?
He holds out a hand for you to shake.
Hmm. All right, I shake it.
He smiles, he waves his other hand, and you all watch as Sorkoven's hair detaches from his scalp and slithers down his body like snakes, and then over into Balder Norther's hair and like disappears in the folds. Um,
Unsettling. Delightfully unsettling.
wow, very well.
Yeah, hate
Uh,
that.
yeah,
So,
no, I mean,
I'll-
based on what my friends here are saying, it sounds, and based on what I saw, Supernova Copper Hat walked into the tunnel. Fishraldian and Alazdor walked out, and 30 minutes later, Eric DeRoca let the authorities know that Supernova's body was in the tunnel. So, seems like
So
that
the last
narrows
person you saw with Supernova was
Copperhat.
Copperhat.
Yep.
Can
And
I
I-
like?
Well, three of them were present.
No, no. What happened? Two people walked into the tunnel, and two people walked out of the tunnel, and
Hmm.
then a corpse we verified as being fake was found in the tunnel.
Hmm.
Now, I'm
Well,
gonna have a. I'm
what
gonna have another. I'm gonna have a little aside. Can I have a little aside with Alistar? My own little aside with Alistar. It's gonna be public, but kind of private.
I have one question before.
me too.
Go
but
for it. Go. Have your questions.
Thanrif Beetlecurse, did you see anyone enter the tunnel from your side? For however long you were watching it?
Um, Beetle Curse says, I probably half an hour after I saw Alazdor leave, I saw Eric DeRoca walk in, and a minute or two later heard him scream, shouting, "There's a body!" And then I went and saw Supernova's body there, and he went and found some guards, and
Alright.
they escorted the body away. Before that, it was hours since the last people went through the tunnel.
So yeah, I'm gonna side to Alistar.
Or Alger, you had
You
a question as well?
okay, Alger, you got a question?
For not really a question, but you said, Cassie, you said something about that we knew it was a fake dead body, but the real body could have been in the place that they're talking about, and then we just found the fake one later, right?
That's certainly possible, but we know that only two people went in, and two people
So,
went out. Anyway, again, I'm going to aside to
wait,
Takara.
I have one more thing for the party.
Yeah, go ahead.
Didn't didn't the people in the webway say Copperhat was an ally? And that him walking through the webway was of no issue?
I don't
And
remember.
we all know that there is a webway in the tunnel, a webway entrance.
Yeah, so it's certainly possible that someone did that. That's
So this
certainly
isn't.
possible.
It's not a
it's not-
sealed room murder just yet.
No, yeah, no, it's certainly not. I'm just saying one version of the story, which is very compelling to me, is that Copperhat and his friend, what's his face,
Supernova?
Supernova, went into a building or into a tunnel. Two different
Structure.
people came a structure. Two different people came out of that structure, and then a fake corpse was found in that structure. Sky Self is not rocket science out here. Stuff could happen. So
Is Supernova
That's-
even dead at this point?
this is my question to
I don't
Alistar.
even know anymore.
If we think that this event was Supernova's doing, and he's fine with it, and he wanted there to be conflict here, what would you agree on with? Would you be willing to follow his lead in that way, and just let this fucking thing go pear shape, or make trouble with at his in line with his own entertainment.
I mean,
If this is a go ahead.
Alistar, roll an insight check with advantage for me to think about what Supernova might do, given your history with him. Um,
There you
so
go. I
like
liked my
you didn't
piece.
know he was in the Feywild. You've only heard rumors about his relationships with the people here. You don't know what
They were
other
all
factors might
just
be at
fucked.
play, but you do know that Supernova, he's a people person. He really knows how to interact with people, but beyond that, he cares about people. Um,
Okay, so he doesn't want to attack me.
and other potential factors, just what you know about him as a person, y- you would think that like this war that's going on, essentially, he would not like at all. There might be other factors that might change that, but just as a concept, war in general, he's like very opposed to.
yeah, yeah. I think it would definitely be a stretch to say that this conflict would be something that he would a get involved with, and b, if he did get involved with it, he would just let it
Play its
go
course.
crazy,
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
even
yeah.
make it worse. Like that. That seems like a very far fetched theory
Okay.
based on what I know about him.
We could
I
maybe.
mean,
The other option is to end it quick by just accusing somebody and having them just like fuck one of the courts.
that's true. Obviously, this is based. Obviously, this is something that would clearly need a lot of context to fully explore the reasons for it. I mean, last I heard from him, he was in FX doing shows. The fact that he's in the Feywild to begin with was a shock to begin with. So,
Alistar, throw a history check for me.
let's see.
Um, yeah, you don't have any additional information.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously, if he were still alive or if something happened to where he faked his death, I don't want to get involved with wishful thinking or anything like that because
Sure.
I mean
Absolutely.
that just
Messy.
already screwed me up hearing about his death. I don't know how
Right.
much more I can take, but obviously, if he were still alive, that'd be great. But I mean,
Let's not trust that. Let's not.
yeah, let's not get my hopes up here, or our
Sure.
hopes up here. It it just seems like we still have a lot more we need to figure out.
I mean,
But
Supernova was pretty crafty, wasn't he?
he
I
was
mean, I
great with
never met.
shows. Very charismatic guy. I could certainly see him pulling something like that off.
I've never met him, but I just feel like we've made a lot of noise here in New Jiri, and if he was still alive, would be clever enough to figure out a way to tell us without revealing the secret.
Yeah, unless it's part of the bit. But yeah, no, it's strange. And also, like does seem like everybody was fucking horrible to him, or at least hated his guts a little. Like, and he was smart enough to go, hey, these people are rude and bad, because like everybody was like weirdly competitive with him. Both courts were just fucking awful to him, right? Like as far as I could tell,
Oh
everyone
yes, yeah,
were
one
just
hundred
were
percent.
trying to ruin his day, a bad, awful. So like, if we could just get the fucking courts to kill each other rather than the fucking court armies to kill each other, that might be in his what he meant. But he would have like you say, like maybe he would have come back or done something about it if it was faked.
Yeah,
So maybe
I mean,
there's
I'd
a real
rather
chance.
not leave this city without any form of government.
yeah, that
Yeah,
doesn't
sure,
seem
but
like.
other people can. We can get the spider people to govern or something. That's fine.
I guess. That's a very short-sighted idea if that was his goal.
Yeah, that's true.
And again, he was never the one to think things out fully. He usually just made sure the crowd was excited. And that was pretty much it.
And the crowd is excited.
In a way, yes,
I
It
think we need to
is.
talk to Copperhead at this point.
definitely.
Do we know how to get into contact with Copperhat? We certainly have some accusations or complications with him.
He hangs out at the Headless Human.
He had hang on. He left last time. He was not there last time we were there. left
True.
there.
Let's check first, and then I'll find him if not.
Okay. Do we have a way to get there, other than the webway?
The tunnel.
Through the
I-
Krog tunnel.
I'm getting
Eochara,
tired of this shit.
what's
I
your
kinda
method
wanna
of
just...
finding him? Eochara,
What?
what's your method of finding him?
Ah, I'll figure it out.
Because I really don't want to. I'm not even saying this to get your hopes up, Alistar, but I'm seeing him being alive as a like even more increasingly
But-
potential
but the problem
circumstance for
is-
this. And I'm not saying that in a good way.
Yeah.
The
If
Fae
he
can
is
do worse
alive-
than kill you.
Oh,
That's. I mean, we're in the Feywilds here. That's very true, I guess.
They could try to talk to us again.
zing pow.
To
I am
Copperhat.
I am like getting tired of this and kind of wanna just call a shot. But like, yeah, we could do that. Figure out Copperhat's opinion.
We should do our due
And-
diligence.
Taylor.
What's the due diligence, and why are we doing it?
Sir Coven?
I like that point.
The Copperhat.
The Copperhat.
To Copper.
So y'all taking the tunnel or the webway?
Yes.
Both.
I don't know.
I say we should go through the tunnel. That was fun last time. We haven't done it in a minute.
I
Sounds fun.
fucked up my.
Yeah, you
I'm all
ruined your.
blurry now.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Do the fucking annoying ass makeup TikTok thing where you like put your hand in front of shit. That always works.
Yeah, but the
Hey.
put your hand in front of your like behind your face to get it to
Yes.
focus on your face.
Yes, it clearly worked. All right, to Copperhat.
All right.
Yeah.
So you head through New Jiri, around the palace spire, enter the Krog tunnel. Bit more cleaned up from the last couple times you've been through. No trouble on your way through. I'm looking for one thing. Exit the tunnel and head down a street or two, and you see a building with a sign that reads Mystic Mycospells, and a soft, otherworldly aroma fills the air. You've realized the tunnel has deposited you the wrong way. You're
We
in
can
the
go
Shady
in and out
Grove,
again.
but there's a cool shop here if you want to check it out.
We should check out the Shady Grove. I want to go in the fancy shop.
So Cassie heads inside.
Yeah, I'll go inside.
You're greeted by the enigmatic proprietor, a large luminescent mushroom with a cap that seems to pulse with an ethereal, otherworldly light.
Maybe like him.
It hovers
What is
slightly
that?
above the ground. Its eyes, or what you presume to be eyes, are twin pools of radiant bioluminescence that fixate upon you. And then a haunting and ethereal melody resonates in your mind. Greetings, travelers from realms beyond. Should you seek knowledge, power, or protection here, you need only ask for Mike. And he'll gesture towards like shelves of stuff for sale.
Mike the Myconid?
As in
Fuck.
Magic Mike.
No. That's it. Myconid is. He's a Myconid.
If you click on the
Oh, silly me.
little banner icon next to him that y'all may or may not be able to see.
This shop is currently closed.
Okay, hold on, let me figure out how to fix that.
Oh, I can't see him.
How about now?
Zoom in.
The shop is opened.
Yay.
What a good.
Whoa.
What a friend.
Hey, where did you get these spell scrolls, Mike?
I have
Did you buy them from Castu?
purveyors from across the realms. My
Uh-huh.
sources are many.
How do I access the shop?
Double click on the little shop, little icon next to the.
You might need to go to the journal notes tab in the left.
Let's see.
Use the bookmark little symbol, and it'll bring up the shop.
Yay, thank you.
Oh, there we go.
So,
Ah, there it is. Ooh.
What the fuck is this rod, huh?
Me when.
Have you seen what it's called?
Yo, I'm buying this. Wait, I need to buy this reincarnation dust.
It's Chris just opened the damn shop. I'm not saying it.
No, Kevin. I'd like you to tell me.
I straight from the players or the dungeon master's guide, ladies and gentlemen.
What? Oh, this is all from the Dungeon Master's Guide?
Uh, not all of the items, but the wand y'all are talking about, yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah.
There's
Very
nothing
good.
homebrew in here. I can tell you that much.
Sure.
Okay, I can buy it by doing what?
What does it cost?
I'm not sure exactly. Actually, let me try.
Why?
Did that change
Why did
anything for you?
alphabetical order put it right next to the sovereign glue?
You might just need to drag the item into your inventory and then subtract the gold manually.
I can't like select it to drag it.
Okay,
Is
hold
that
on,
just
me.
a me problem, y'all?
Oh wait,
Yeah,
I figured it out.
I can't agree.
Try now.
Yes, dragging is possible.
Ah,
I had to change that thing on my side.
Is there a way to get rid of the effect of the goo?
Sovereign glue or the wand?
Say the full
This
name of the wand, please.
Wand of Biscuit Globs?
Thank you.
It doesn't appear like if it hits, they just get fucked. They're just
The wand or
restrained
the
for 1
glue?
hour. The only out is alcohol.
The wand or the glue?
What?
yes.
The globs. The viscid wand of viscid
Ugh.
globs.
Also dissolves instantly if exposed to sunlight.
Oh, really?
I can't
Weird.
handle all the entendres. It's like a Shakespeare play.
You'll live.
How much did it cost? I don't see a value.
The cost is going to be some bullshit, a precious memory or some bullshit.
Oh, goddamn.
No, this guy trades in coins actually.
Okay.
Impossible.
If it doesn't show you all the costs, I can just tell you. Which one did you buy?
Reincarnation dust.
1,250 gold.
Holy shit, I do not have that much.
I can give
might
you.
be able to.
I can give
I
you.
have
this.
I have 750. Can you spot me 500?
Absolutely.
I can also spot you 500 if you need be.
Now,
Okay, I officially have 0 gold.
How much is the dust of disappearance?
Do you have a bit of your wife?
150.
Because you do, that's sick.
I'm gonna
good.
whisper to you actually.
Taylor, I gave you 600.
You gave me 600.
Correct.
Get extra.
Okay, I can give you back 100.
Nope.
No, the 100 is for
Okay.
it's a little spending money.
Thank you.
It's a little something extra for you.
You said 150 is
What?
the dust appearance?
Yes.
All right, I want one of those.
Okay. You should be able to drag it from the shop into your inventory.
How much is the dispelling stone?
500.
How much are the marvelous pigments?
1,000.
Oh, do you guys know Chalk World? Is it Chalk World or Cran World or whatever?
Chalk Zone?
Chalk Zone, that's the one.
Oh, fuck.
Mm.
Yeah.
I dragged it in, but I don't.
No,
think
no, not Chalk Zone.
It.
Sorry,
So Ash, to make it work for me, I had to like actually open my inventory sheet, like have it pop up,
Uh-huh.
and then drag it manually into the inventory sheet. I couldn't just put it over my token or something.
I did exactly what you were talking about.
Is your inventory sheet locked? Does it have
No.
like the green lock in the top right under your charisma?
Under charisma.
No, I need you to look
no,
up
Ed. Oh yeah.
Harold and the Purple Crayon. This is Chalk Zone, but older in a little kid's book.
I think I had that book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Sir-
see it. Actually, I'm gonna try adding it for you.
Thank you.
Did you subtract the gold already or no?
No, I was trying to do that first, but I'll do
Alright.
that now.
No, I think I
Yeah.
did it automatically. It did a thing for me.
Oh, it did. Yeah. Thanks.
I wish that would work for y'all. Y'all have the same. Y'all have maximum permissions on the shop, so y'all should be able to see the gold and do it. But I guess not. Yeah, when I dragged it over, it gave me a pop-up that said, "How much would you like to pay?" and it showed the price, and then I could enter it or whatever.
I love the idea, by the way, that this place has hours of operation in the Feywild when they couldn't even tell us what like tomorrow meant.
Yeah, it was closed until y'all walked in, and then it opened.
Right, and then when we leave, it'll close again.
That's
Yeah.
so convenient.
I mean, what's the point of being open if there's no customers in the store?
It's better than the alternative.
I've been trying to tell my
It's
bosses
open
that.
until you try to go in and it closes.
Anything else y'all want from me?
Not really. I want to know how this. If you if you're in the darkness, you do just get wrecked by this wand, right? If it hits.
Not helping the case for the wand.
For what kind? What? It being not. Different.
The worst D&D item ever invented.
I mean, buy it if you think it's so.
I don't. I think it's goofy. I don't care. I might
Attunement
get it. How much?
required.
I don't have anything attuned, do I? Maybe I do.
Your tattoo probably, but
Yeah, I'm not.
That would that's like grapple the wand.
Yeah, but like it lasts for an hour without save.
Yeah.
I
Mega
wonder what it's like to get restrained by the glob.
The biscuit
Say it.
glob.
I wonder
Some
what it
of us
feels
fight
like.
the viscous globs every day, Chris.
Wonder what it feels like to get globbed by the wand.
Yeah.
All right,
There you go. You
get
got
it out of your system, and we can move on.
If we buy the wand, the gift will continue to give in future uses.
just for the record, I'm not the one that keeps bringing it up. I'm just laughing at when it does get brought up.
Yes, but
I just want to go on the record and say I've had a viscid glob in my inventory for like months and I haven't touched it.
is it for real?
Is it November?
Oh, you do.
It's in there.
I do this thing where I have a list of items I want to get to y'all, and then when I'm like, oh, I need loot for this place, I drop them in there, but then I
How
don't
much is
always
the
remove them
wand?
from my original list.
How much does this wand cost?
1,000 gold.
Okay, I don't have money for the wand of viscous glod. Viscid globs. That word viscid is a fucking word. So is glob, obviously.
It's like a
But-
fucking double knockout.
Yeah, it's very good words. Okay. Well, I'm done. I'm good without that.
I'd never have to look at the shop ever again.
Oh wait. No. The
I don't know.
temptation to buy the modify memory and then use it on myself to retry stuff is strong, but I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. So y'all finish up, make your exchanges, and head out. And he says, "Spore Queen control you." Um,
Oh boy, he's hers. Oops.
Wait, what'd he say?
Spore
He
Queen
d-
control you.
Queen control you. It's the fucking he's a fucking we just bought like indirectly from the big bad. That's fine. Um
He's a sentient mushroom. Like
yeah, I forgot that sentient mushrooms were the bad guys temporarily.
I totally forgot about that part of the
And this is their hometown. Like this is
that's
where they live.
way out, you know, my
this is
mind.
this,
Point.
that's the most important thing that's happening right now in this game is that.
So where y'all heading now?
um, just back into the tunnel.
All right.
Is
Yes,
there anything
please.
else out here that looks interesting? Is there anything else in the Shady Grove that we care about?
I mean, it's a whole neighborhood. Um, but
But like I'm saying, is there? But like this is the only like. There's
thing of
not
note
like
that you see, yeah.
This is
yeah.
where Astla the Ice lives.
We want to go steal her shit. Do we know where she
No, I don't want to
exactly?
steal her shit. We've got other leads right now. Let's go talk to
Yeah,
Copperhead.
and that's what I'm saying. Let's go. Let's go back.
All right. So y'all headed through the tunnel, hopeful that you'll end up in the right place this time. And fortunately, seems like you do. You spot the headless human, open up the door, seated at the bar. There's a few people in here. A hag serving drinks as usual. Mr. Knives waves to you from one table over at the side. But Copper Hat and the Dreadborn Bog are sitting next to each other, sipping drinks. Copper Hat. So he holds up his sleeve with an invisible hand, and you see the hat like tip, as if he were tipping it towards you, but he doesn't have a physical body that you can see.
The hat
Um,
tips.
yeah. And then he kind of turns
you.
back to his drink. We're gonna take a bathroom break because I gotta pee.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll be back in a minute.
Born ready.
So you're in the headless human. Um,
You.
the hag says, "Ah, you again," and refuses to offer you drinks.
Okay.
Wait, did we do something wrong last time?
Be mortal.
Copper.
Um,
Copper hat.
that's my name.
I have a lot of questions for you.
I have some answers, maybe.
All right. Question number 1. Take it away, Sylvestra.
We heard that like maybe you went into that tunnel with what's his face? Shit, I don't have names. I had his name.
Supernova.
Supernova.
Supernova. That night, I got reasonably. Did you hang out with him that night? I don't remember what you.
Let me check one thing. No, I was here at the Headless Human all night, waiting for him to show up. And when he didn't, I
have.
was getting concerned, and then I heard about what happened.
Is there anybody that can imitate you very well? Because someone that looked like an awful lot like you went into there the night before.
I mean, here, especially of all places, eyes aren't that useful.
Certainly.
What's my read on his honesty level about
Roll
being
in
where he said
insight.
he was? Yep.
You're looking at a very nice suit with its sleeves crossed and a copper hat, and there's a voice coming out of it.
Uh-huh.
Not really much to go off of.
And yet,
There's no facial expressions, no eye twitching, nothing really to tell. You're trying to pay attention to like the tone of the voice, but he sort of has this like level cheerfulness that doesn't seem to be wavering.
his hat doesn't bob a certain direction when he says something critical.
I mean, it bobs one direction, and then sometimes it bobs a different direction, but you can't map that to any truthfulness or not.
Yeah. All right.
It's too public of a place, right? To like
Uh-huh.
him to like speak with honestly. Does wait, what is this guy? What's the dude that's hanging out here? What's this like the Bornbog?
You got into a fight with him last time you were here.
What does he look like? He's just like an ogre thing. Ogre
He
orky.
more goblin-y,
Sure.
pretty muscular, but he's not very tall.
Okay.
I can
I see a picture of him.
yeah.
I've got a picture of him.
Yeah,
I was just wondering
he
if
has
there's
I mean, there's a few more things you would. He has a vindictive disdain in his red eyes. One of his hands clutches a large sloshing gourd, while the other twirls a long blade suited for gutting fish. And there are several severed hands hanging from his belt. And he's just like glaring at you.
I mean, yeah, we had we had a fun little disagreement last time. I enjoyed myself. I hope you did too. I want to get him. I was like, can we talk a little privately? I don't want like.
Are you asking him this?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. Can we talk like privately? I feel like there's like some.
I mean, yeah, if you think there's something I can do to help with the investigation.
Certainly.
Do you mind if my friend here comes along?
How much
There's
do
a
you
lot
do?
of
You,
you.
do you, no, that's fine. I'm happy to be one on one. Um, Well, let's not do that. Maybe one or two or three of us. But I'm just trying to figure. Yeah, I just like. Do you trust him with whatever business? I'm like the reason I want to talk private is just so that like we can like I can like I don't want to like accuse you of a shit that's wild that like will make you that like that I'm wrong about and you can't really easily explain away and then like make all these people mislike you or vice versa. I don't want you have to
Oh,
do that like that.
you're going to accuse me of something?
I want to be. How do I say this? With I'm trying to not blow up our spot here. I think it's our spot. I think we might have some, but I don't want it to be public knowledge. What's up? Nope.
I'm getting a lot of mixed signals here. Look,
I'm trying not to like announce to the people here
We have
what
some
I
questions for you that are sensitive to the investigation that aren't for everyone's ears. That's all.
exactly. That's all. That's
okay,
all I'm trying to say.
and I'm fine with that. I'm happy to help with that.
That's all we're trying
All
to
I'm
say.
saying is, y'all aren't from around here, and I'd like at least one other person with me, if that's all right.
That is
As
all
long
right.
as you trust him, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that works. Borenbog, and he nods, and the Borenbog says, and it like stands up, and Copperhat,
We have some private place. I don't know.
I mean the alleyway behind here is usually pretty out of earshot,
Sure, that's fine. We can do that.
not
I'm
far.
happy with that.
Um, so all of you head into kind of the side street. I mean, this isn't a very populated part of town at all, and on the side street, it's basically empty. All right, so what do you want to ask me?
Like, if you and Supernova had a bit where you faked his death, um, what what would he want from the situation? What would you want from the situation?
That's an interesting theory. Forgive me if I'm caught a little off guard by the implication that my friend is not actually dead and instead faked his death for fame or something. I mean, he's a famous guy, but at the stage he was at, like, what more could he want? Everyone in New Jersey loved him. Um, I don't really know. I mean, he's a friendly guy. He really cared about the people here, and I mean, the only thing I can think is maybe he was always a bit nervous about the conflicts between the courts. He really didn't want this sort of fighting to happen. Maybe it was I mean, we got up to all sorts of hijinks, but I would think he would have at least told me if there was a plan that he had to fake his death. Um, I mean, look, I'm stretching for ideas here, but let's say he did fake his death. The only reason I can think of would be to try to, he was very close with both the governor and Lord Erlasdur. Maybe he thought a death would bring them together, realize what they had lost, and work together a bit more. Just to get this fighting to stop.
Was there war happening before his death?
No, this is a result of all that. I mean, certainly there were inklings that something would happen, but if he had hoped his death would be a band-aid over the wounds, unfortunately, that seemed like it just tore it open more.
Strange. Because we have eyewitness this, and like again, like you say, looks can be deceiving. We have eyewitnesses have you and he going into that tunnel the night before. Is there anyone you could think that could pretend to be you, that he would believe was you? Because if he was there, he also have to be deceived by that.
I mean, there's certainly a lot of Fae that could pull that off.
Even deceiving him to talking to you.
I mean, he's a great
Certainly,
performer.
but he was not necessarily.
No magician. I mean, uh, Celine, the Dryad, certainly is one of the most skilled in illusion magic in New Jerry. So if anyone could have deceived anyone, it probably would have been her. Who is this eyewitness? I have a lot of enemies, and are you sure you really trust their word? People just seem to not like me for some reason.
No clue. Uh,
Okay, well, if you don't know who your own eyewitness is, then that's not going to be very helpful for you when you have to present it to the courts.
oh, this is not. I'm trying to just gather possible information. I'm not presenting anything to anybody right now. I'm just like trying to figure out what the fuck happened. And hoping to make everything go smooth. You know, especially for Supernova's sake. Figure out at the very least what he would have wanted and make that happen.
Well,
You know, if the truth would bring this place to war, maybe that's not what we need. But
yeah, I mean, it sounds like what you need is evidence, and I mean, have you considered looking around the palace? Tisraldian and Alazor both seem to have things to gain from this situation, consolidating power. Maybe they left some clues behind.
maybe.
But look, if you tell me who this eyewitness is, I can maybe help you figure out if they're telling the truth or not. Because if it's someone I know that I don't like, then that would be reason to not believe them. But you know, if it's some rando on the street, maybe.
Can I get some guarantee that you don't hurt them?
Oh, I
That
wouldn't dream of interrupting or harming anyone involved in the investigation.
Can we make
Inside.
Can I make some? Can I make some fucking? Can I see some guarantee of that in any way?
I'll have two insight checks from whoever wants to do that.
I don't give a fuck if the insight check goes through. I'm fucking.
You know who might? Alistar, do you have a high insight?
Yeah, I could take a look.
You're involved in this.
Yeah, you should do that. Take a shot. Why'd you get advantage?
It's part of my.
Okay, sweet. You're good. Just you had a
Whatever
reason.
the thing is.
25s.
Subrace, that's what it's called.
I don't know what else I have to offer other than my word. I mean,
Nope.
you can ask the people around. I'm pretty trustworthy. A lot of people like me.
Didn't you just finish saying that a lot of people don't like you? That's. Let me not have that be in character. What is it? Insight. What does 25 insight give?
I
Anything
messaged
big?
each of them individually.
Okay. Sweet. Yeah, I'm just like, there's a lot of weird stuff going around, you know? Just trying to pick apart what if it's illusion, what if it's trickery, what if it's lying, what if it's just misunderstanding.
Certainly the place for a lot of that happening. But if I catch anyone doing illusions to mess with this, I'll be sure to let you know.
Thank you.
And we would appreciate that. Surely you can understand why we might need to not divulge who has been saying what during
The
the
where and when.
investigation.
I mean, if you're just gonna trust the word of random denizens of the Feywild, then that's your loss. But
My friend, we aren't. That's why we came to talk to you. We wanted to see what we could find out from you.
If what sort of information you could, corroboration. Do you have any witnesses of you being in the bar
yeah,
at the time?
he gestures to the Borenbog. Can also ask Elisine, the barkeep. Um, wasn't anyone else there at the time, but
While this conversation is happening, I'm assuming not adjacent to the barkeep, right? Didn't we?
y'all
move
are
we're-
no,
away?
y'all are outside on a side
We're
street.
like outside, like without, like
Yeah.
trying to keep a little bit of
I
watch.
walk
but-
back in the bar and immediately try to go talk to the barkeep. But that doesn't have to take place right now.
I mean, I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm stalling.
As
at this
you
point.
start to walk away, he'll be like, "Hey, were you done talking to me? Because if so, I'll probably head back towards the bar as well."
I'm not sure if my friends are done talking to you, but I don't have any questions for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything. I don't have anything to keep him.
Copperhead, you seem to know about the specialties of each of the court members. Is this correct?
Sorry, who were you asking that to?
Copperhead.
Okay. He'll say, I mean, I've heard tales and rumors of what they're capable of. I try to avoid them, though they don't tend to like me around much.
What have you heard about Ferg and Bechala?
Let's see, 1 second.
Don't start shit. Won't be shit. What am I doing? Fine.
Well, Beshela, I hear, is got friends on the other side of the court. Ferg,
I have friends on the other side.
Supernova once mentioned to me that Ferg had talked to him about pursuing some political power himself, maybe getting Supernova into one of the courts, but he wasn't interested in, as he put it, dirtying his hands with the law books.
That certainly sounds like he would get into some fucking mischief, but okay.
Any tales about their areas of expertise?
I mean, Ferg was keeper of the Honorable Halls of Accumulated Wisdom before joining the Hedgehog Court, or sorry, the Unseen Court. So I assume he or they have a lot of knowledge, historical texts, knows where to find information of that sort. Bashella has a lot of control of water and aquatic magics. It's pretty apparent. And tends to visit the material plane more often than a lot of the others, but that hasn't happened since the portal got locked down.
Thank you.
So Sarkovan, you head over to the bar.
Yeah, I head straight in and I walk up to the barkeep, and the reason I'm doing this is because to the extent it hasn't happened already, I want to be able to talk to the barkeep before Copperhat has had a chance to talk to the barkeep. If that makes sense.
So what do you have?
I walk up to the barkeep and I say, hail, barkeep. How are you this fine day, morning, night, evening, whatever it may be?
Nah. What do you want from me?
I hear that. Um, you know, I want some clarity. That's really what I would like. Do you have any ale? Mead?
She gestures towards you, and you look down, and there's a cup full of ale already there.
Okay, how about this memory of when I went to this weird shop and there was a giant bioluminescent sapient mushroom.
Oh, Mike? He and I go way back.
Yeah, can you just I have a thing. I don't like mushrooms. Can you just take that away? Is that worth anything to you?
Roll persuasion.
That is one of the things that I roll. Yes.
Terrible. Got a 2, and it's like,
Eh. She takes it.
He takes it? Okay. Um, I take a nice, healthy swig. Um, you know about supernova,
Oh,
right?
you wanted more? Supernova, yeah. Yeah, he used to drink here often.
Right, right. Um, do you remember that night that he supposedly got taken out?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Um, was he performing here that night?
Supernova? No, he doesn't perform here. It's much too small of a venue. No, I think he was preparing, let me check one thing. I heard he was heading to a rally with the Hedgehog Court to support more allies to their cause, but from what I heard, he never showed up.
Right, right,
And then next thing everyone knew, news of his death was running around town.
right, right. He and Copper Hat. I mean, I heard that Copper Hat would sometimes accompany him to the Hedgehog Court.
Every now and
Was
then.
Cop?
Copperhead never really made much of an impression sitting there next to Supernova.
Yeah, why do you think that is? He seems like a pretty large character himself.
Well, I mean, I don't know, he comes in, he pays. Uh,
Mm.
I think maybe that Borenbog fellow he hanged out with. Gotten a few complaints about guests losing their hands, but it's not my problem. I still
Right,
got
right.
mine. And then she looks down and realizes that one of her hands is missing. Well, I guess it is now. I can get that fixed, though.
Oh, sorry about that. Mild inconvenience. Um, was Copperhead with? Do you remember? Do you recall? Were they together that night?
Um, you know, thinking back on it, uh, they were here that afternoon and left. And then later that night, this Coppercat came in, asked for a drink, And then a few minutes later, a one of the Mantis Knights arrived and let us know that Supernova's body was found, and they were searching for the culprit, but no one here had seen anything. So he went on his way. Copperhead almost threw a fit, or he did throw a fit. I almost had to throw him out. But
He threw a fit. He wasn't.
oh, he was
He
so
wasn't
upset that his
sad. He was.
friend. He was angry at the world, yelling, cursing, so upset, um, causing a ruckus. Why do I even let him back? You know, if you see Copperhead around, let him know he doesn't really need to come here anymore.
Okay. I'm not really sure I wish to be the bringer of that message, but I suppose I can help you out. Must be hard, you know. Must have been hard for Copperhat. Such a bit of a showman of 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 his own, but being outshined by Supernova all the time.
I mean, in a way, the sense that I get, Copperhat's not in it for the applause. He's more in it for the, that feeling of, when you steal something from somebody and you know they have it and they don't know you have it, and you're like, I got you, but
Yeah, I can't say that I'm too familiar with that, but I appreciate the insight.
immortals are so boring. Go steal something. You'll know what I mean. It's fun.
I plan to, actually. Funny you should mention that. Oh my goodness, is that your hand right there? You know, the missing one? He doesn't fall for it.
I mean, she'll look. It's like, wait, where? And like lean over to look at
I'd walk out. I bring the ale with me, though.
All right, you head back to the party.
I do.
Okay, you arrive back.
I like. I can just like shoot the shit with. I can bother spend this time bothering Copperhead about like what he does. Like, I'm not much of a charismatic person, so I can't keep much. I'm like a little stuttery and shit. But like, I'll do some amount of work to be like. Did you hang out with like? Actually, this is a good question. Did you spend any time that day with um Supernova? When was the last time you saw him before he died?
Am I here for when this question is
No, as I'm
asked?
saying, this is me wasting your
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is me spending time.
I mean, he'll say like, to be honest, the last time that I saw my friend alive would have been uh the night before. You see, he had this rally that he was being a part of, and I was helping him figure out some new songs, figure out what to say. So we were up late working on that. Um, the great, great music we had prepared, but the world never got to hear it. We were
As an
gonna.
aside, out of character aside, why is everybody lying? Why can't we have a single goddamn person telling a single goddamn truth? Um,
Yeah, Chris, can you pull from Murder Mysteries for Babies next time?
please and
Yeah,
thank
but then
you.
I have to put it in the Feywild, and then
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah. Can we next time? I'm good.
yeah. So he tells the story about this whole. He'll
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
start like singing parts of the song or whatever, and start like
Sure.
you see a drop of water form in midair
Yeah,
and
drop.
fall.
Yeah. I
Um,
might like also like get a little hyped for like I ask him actually like were you you're much of a showman? Like you were like he definitely was a showman. Or you were like seems like he was the face. Like I always did. I did work. I was never much of like the best showman. I did like the tricks and stuff, and usually had somebody around that had a little bit more pizzazz, like you were um, um, to actually make it look good and like sell it to the audience. I was a a strong woman or like I win fights and like do a little bit of either healy stuff or anyway, I'm just gonna like shoot the shit about showmanship with him. Is my argument for spending some time getting hyped for showmanship. And like I do want to get a little bit of like, what did he like being the front? Did he like being behind the scenes? Does he like what was he? What
Yeah,
get a
he'll
feeling
talk
for?
about it a bit. He'll be pretty humble about it, like he was happy to support. Um, Seeing Supernova succeed made him feel successful. But then he'll kind of feel like, oh, if you're looking to do more performances, I could probably help you out with that.
I don't perform. I have grown tired of performances. I have done many, and I've had my success there. And unfortunately, it is no longer no longer sparks joy. There are more glorious frontiers, as it were.
Around this time, Starkoven showed up again.
Yeah.
Copperhead, I've changed my mind. I do have some questions for you.
Oh, and what's that?
Um, I'm assuming at some point you were made aware while you were here at the Headless Human that Supernova had been killed.
Yeah, I mean, I was here all night waiting for him to show up, and out of the blue, Mantis Knight comes in and says that he had been murdered, and so upset.
And you didn't have anything to tell the Mantis Knight, of course, because you didn't know anything.
I mean, yeah, the knight mentioned his body was found in the tunnel, and I mentioned like, oh, he was probably on his way here to meet up with me, but he never showed.
And I'm sure the Bornbog was with you. You said, right? He was a witness to you being at the Headless Human.
The Borenbog says, the dread Borenbog was at the Headless Human.
And how? I mean, how did the two of you react to this exactly? I mean, what did you do? Just sorry, I'm just trying to paint a picture for myself.
Well, I ordered a few more drinks, that's for sure. I don't know though. It was all kind of a blur, but you know, mostly just a lot of crying and grief is hard to go through, and I don't know
Well,
why this
that
is.
actually, I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
He was gonna say I don't know why this is important.
Well, it's important because you're the person who, on a timely basis, was most affiliated with Supernova up until the moment that he perished, as far as I understand it.
Which is why
And,
I'm the person who's most upset about his death.
well, sure, but
You
there
certainly
are
know the
many
most.
motivations for why someone might have done what they did, and not all of them are exclusive of people who care about Supernova.
What are you implying? This is the Feywild. We're straight and true with people here. Just come out and say it.
Right. Um, Sorry, I forgot where I was for a moment. Uh, Look, I don't know how to tell you this, but you're not really welcome at the Headless Human anymore.
Why would that be the case?
Because you made a fool of yourself that night. You did something. Did something there, and it wasn't well taken. And you know, I've been tasked to do many of things that I wasn't too keen on doing, and this is one of those things.
That well, that doesn't make sense. Um they love me there at the Headless Human.
They loved you there, perhaps.
All right, well that's something that I'll talk to Elisine. But again, what does this have to do with Supernova's death? Maybe I got a little too drunk afterwards, but if anything, that's more reason to believe that I was there, not doing anything else.
Right, right. No, you're absolutely right. I'm not sure what you think I'm accusing you of, but I'm just telling you what I know.
Yeah, it seems. Yeah, it just like seems like there was a mess that night. It was a messy night.
Of course, and
Yeah.
the reason is this conflict between the two courts. You're wasting your time here with me. You got to be in the palace searching for clues. It had to have been either the Traldian or Alazor, the way they have it out for each other.
Well, what do we want to do?
I think we will continue our investigation.
Yep, seems right.
Yeah, we can just do a quick zone of truth just to fully establish the timeline that everyone's establishing, and then we can leave.
You want to do it here, like with him?
I mean, since we're all straight and trustworthy with each other, I don't see why not.
I
Yeah. Oh.
Zone of truth, you say?
Yeah, we'll just quickly take your statement under the zone of truth and write it down. Or we can
As
take it down.
a free citizen of New Jiri, I feel that that is a gross violation of my rights and privacy. And I
Do
would
you?
request that you do not
Yes,
perform
keep
such a spell on me.
Asking anything except for the events that we're speaking of now.
Sure.
Things that you've already told us.
Something
right.
about having a certain appreciation for his rights.
You're free to not answer while under the zone anything you don't wish to.
Hey, let's not force people into. I'm taking sides with him. Pretty.
No one is forcing you to do it. It's just, your preferences will be noted.
Then I just simply won't answer any questions while the spell is affecting me.
Yeah, we don't need a.
Well, then we don't need to
Cast-
bother, but we will note what we have learned.
Sure. Uh. Anyway, we can go find other. We can go looking for other evidence. Certainly.
Yeah, I'm done with this guy.
Yeah, done with this guy as well.
I got
Anyone,
no use for this guy.
anyone else, or
No, we're gonna head.
Uh,
Go ahead.
I'd like to have a word. I'd like to have a word with him privately, like by myself.
I leave.
I'll leave.
Gone.
um,
Wait. No, can I keep in eyesight? I refuse to leave you alone with him. Fuck that.
2-on-2 seems fair. He'll say.
I don't need to be. I just need to like be in eyesight. I don't need to hear, but I do need to fucking see. That's all I'm asking. You can be like 40 feet away
Works for
with
me.
my fingers in my ears, but I'm not. That's fine. Okay, I'm good with
As long
that.
as it's okay with All Star.
That's fine with me.
Um, did you want to do this in the private chat or with everybody? It's your
Um,
call.
I guess we can do private chat.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's appropriate. Um,
All right. So, what do you want to ask me?
Copperhead, let me be real with you. In regards to the whole investigation thing, I couldn't give a shit less. I don't care about the society here. I don't care about which side wins what. I don't care about this conflict in general. I care about my damn brother. And if there's something that you are hiding and I learn about it later on, I gotta be honest, I don't know what I'm gonna do. As you could very well imagine, the news of a loved one perishing hits hard. And you claim to be the one that cared the most about him. But I think you and I both know that isn't true. You're his friend. Yes, I'm his damn brother. So I need you to be honest with me right now. If there is anything that you know, either the night that happened, which I have very strong reason to believe you were with him at some point, or if there's anything you learn later on, I need you to tell me and be completely honest with me.
Roll
I'm not,
or if you have more, keep going. But I was gonna say
yeah,
roll persuasion with
I'm not,
advantage when you're done.
yeah, just a little bit more. I'm not one to become, I'm not one to go after people, but I'm afraid I'll have to make an exception this time. All I'm asking is that you be honest with me. You don't
Uh,
have to tell the rest of the party, just me.
or intimidation, your call. Either way.
What were the two?
Persuasion or intimidation.
Persuasion. I'll do or intimidation. It's the same no matter what. Okay. You said persuasion
Yeah, with advantage.
with advantage. Okay.
Um, if you want, you can use inspiration to reroll that, but that's your call.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Let me get rid of one. If I can find it. There we go. Try that again. Is that a standard roll or with advantage again?
With advantage again.
Oh, that's perception. Persuasion.
Excuse me. He seems to think for a minute. Look, Supernova's a great guy. You remind me of him. So I'll come clean. Don't worry, he is alive and well. Well, alive. Um, I simply staged his death on behalf of a friend of mine. Not sure exactly what she wants, but it's clear that this little tiff between the courts is good for her. That's not your problem, however. You need to get back to the material plane, and soon. A lot of people have died recently, and a lot will die soon, more if you don't get there in time. I can always smell corpses soon to come. My master is your only hope to get home, because the portal here is permanently broken, and I made sure of that myself. So, if you help me, you'll get Supernova back, and I'll give you a way home. That's a promise, and a Fey promise. So, no going back. All you need to do is go to Thetraldian's chambers, fetch some evidence I planted, present it to the court, name Thestraldian as Supernova's killer, and all of you get to go home. Problem solved. Just come back here. Well, actually, let's say meet me in the webway. My friends will keep an eye out for you. And everyone gets what they want.
Supernova aware and a part of this deal?
Not exactly.
Would he be okay with this?
You'll have to ask him yourself.
And who's your master?
I've told you a lot already. Do you think I could keep this one to the chest, close to the chest?
You know I'll have to tell everyone else, right? This isn't a decision for me to make alone.
As long as you keep it among you mortals, and word doesn't get out among the Fae, and y'all leave as soon as the job is done, that's fine by me.
What's in it for you, Copperhead? What are you getting out of this?
My master has made certain promises to me if this is done well, and I am looking forward to them.
All right. I'll have to think about it, but thank you, I suppose.
Well, call your friends over, but I'll need a decision before you can head back to the courts and tell them what I've told you. I need to either know if you're with me or against me. And if you try to leave here without accepting this deal, I'll just assume you're working against me.
All right. But you're going to tell them yourself. Everything.
If you insist.
Alrighty then. Okay, I'm going back.
Cool.
Aboard like.
So Alistar, do you like wave the others back over?
Yeah, I kind of signal them to come back.
Okay, what's up? I shout to the friends because I can see, and then come.
Yeah. So everyone kind of. What's up?
While they were having that conversation, would it have been acceptable for us to like pool our knowledge from the two different instances of what happened?
Yeah, that makes sense.
That he's lying through his fucking teeth. Good, it's fine.
We will.
Yeah. You know, I haven't interacted much with Alistar here, and it's been pretty quiet. So I thought Supernova got all the charisma in the family, but we had a bit of a conversation, and so the truth is, Supernova's alive and okay. I staged his death on behalf of my master. Not sure exactly what she wants, but it's clear that this little tiff between the courts will benefit her somehow. That's not your problem, however. Your problem, you need to get back to the material plane. And soon. A lot of people have died recently, and a lot will die here soon. Or a lot will die soon, more if you don't get there in time. I'm gonna...
What? Fucking work done.
Excuse me?
I can always smell corpses soon to come. My master is your only hope to get back to the material plane. The portal here is permanently closed, and I made sure of that myself. So, if you help me, I promise, and that's a Fey promise, you'll get Supernova back. The Chaos my master will send all of you home, and you won't have anything else to worry about. All you got to do is go to the palace, fetch some evidence I planted in Thesraldian's quarters, present it to the court, name Thesraldian as Supernova's killer, and I'll take you to my master who will send you home.
Fucking fine. That sounds like great. Can we do that? That sounds great. Which is Thesraldian?
The mask guy.
Which mask? What's it? Was he the fire guy? Was he the?
No, he's
No,
the
he's
leader of
the
the Unseen
head
Court. He's the
honcho guy.
governor.
I don't remember. Why he was mean to me. I remember them all being shits, but I don't remember exactly why he was a shit.
He's like Captain Shit.
Okay. So I'm like, I'm down. I'm down with that. That sounds great to me. Especially if we get Supernova. We get promised Supernova healthy. We get out. We fuck these fucking this weird court system. I'm down.
Okay, but
Alistair, what do you think?
Truth can get fucked.
I'm waiting to hear your guys' thoughts.
Honestly, Takara is doing whatever Alistair wants to do because it's kind of your jam here.
I agree. I will just say that I mean, I agree, but it's just like, is it worth like framing these people for murder? Like, there's another. I feel like there's another solution here, but
There could have been more. Didn't they like? Oh my god, what mess.
they're not good. I don't think they're good people, but I don't know that this is really.
The solution. I'm not fair.
Yeah.
That's like it's not particularly just. That's fair. Hey, Sylvester, Devdra, what do you think? Is this your mom chill on this? Mother chill on this?
This man has given me ample permission to kill him where he stands.
Is that so? You're not good on this. This is not a
Absolutely not.
That's what I kind of figured.
So, you see Copperhatch just kind of shake his head like, well, I gave you a chance. And he gives a nod to the Borenbog, who smashes the huge gourd on the ground, revealing an orb of spiderwebs similar to the other entrances to the web we've seen. Copperhead dives into the orb, and then the Borenbog steps on the spiderweb, like crushing it flat. And now we get to roll initiative.
All right. There was no time for action there.
I'll put Copperhead into initiative, but his first action will be to die. Will be this sequence of events.
Okay, well, it won't matter anyway, so don't worry about it. But
Gotcha.
I can try something if there's time.
Yeah, it'll depend on if you.
I won't.
All right, so I need
There
to
won't
do
be
some
time.
adjustments because y'all are.
I mean, if there's a chance that I can act before he does,
It'll depend on
him
initiative.
getting in there is not guaranteed.
Yeah, there's lots of ways to
All
make
right.
them
Well,
not
we
go.
already got. Let's see. Oh, hold on. That's.
Oh, this is awkward.
Okay.
We should maybe discuss about it's like there's a split party because I'm real happy to. We'll see. If this is endangering.
I mean, this is just people reacting to things that are said, and people.
No,
I mean,
it's all great.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
I know all good stuff. This is not me criticizing. This is me hyped out of my goddamn gourd.
Yeah.
But like I'm just like because I'm worried about I am now immediately worried about the well-being of Supernova, and I am very happy to like this makes me a little bit want to do PvP stuff. If that is amenable to anybody, to people, because there's like,
Wait, did it?
do I have a way to?
I gotta
Has
fix some.
2, 3.
Yes, I'm getting there. There's a lot of things going on.
It's the
Well, you
highest.
need to do it faster and better
It's the highest I've ever rolled.
Oh, well,
and harder
That-
with your
Yeah,
viscid.
see, this is why I wanted to hear everyone else. This is exciting.
Because like I would like yeah, and like I said, like I'm one of my primary
Okay.
loyalties is to um, Alistar, so I don't give a shit if that pisses other people off in the party, and I will happily do mean things to the Feywild
All right, let
to
me.
accomplish that.
Okay, then we're gonna do.
And
Adjustments.
you can have a little
Actually, we're gonna.
anarchy as a treat.
The. Svetra, you are the first to act.
So what was the sequence of events that they were
So,
trying to do?
What happens is you see the Borenbog throw the gourd onto the ground, and the spider web pops out. We're gonna. There's my beautiful spider web,
Wow.
and that's what starts initiative. Um, and
Drop a
Copperhead is
log.
like turning to dive into it. Oh wait, did he? Okay. So Copperhead's like about to dive into it, but you're able to act before he actually moves into it.
I don't remember. What are my spells? Did I favorite the ones?
How tall is the building that we're on? Or near?
It's like 10 feet.
I forgot
Can
I have
I-
guidance now. Go ahead.
Okay, I need to do math. I'm gonna cast Expeditious Retreat. And then I'm going to dash as a bonus action, so I have 90 movement speed. And basically, what I want to do is I want to get on the roof, like on this tile right here, like climbing up the wall, like here, and then
Sorry, I was ping where you want to go.
the roof right here.
Okay. Yeah, with 90 movement speed, you're able to get there. And you're 10 feet up.
And I will. Let me just read this again.
So there's a roof here.
I'm going to shoot him with my bow.
Cool.
You, Tim.
Try again. So I want to use the effect of the bow to make him try to succeed at a strength save.
Alrighty. Let's see, checking. A few things. All right, strength. Yeah, that's second one. Okay, he is going to cast silvery barbs against your attack roll. So you need to re-roll it. So just do another attack on him. Okay, so still hit. I'll do the original 16 damage, so that's 5 more. But then he gets, because of silvery barbs, he gets advantage on his next save, so I'm going to give him advantage on the strength save. You have... Okay. He rolls a 20. Oh, let me set it back.
Passes.
Okay.
What's the DC?
17.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a risk and do a Cosmic Omen to subtract a D6.
Nice. Oof, not enough.
Nope. Oh well. Worth a shot.
Is that your turn, Strastra?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I rolled low because I could grab a fool.
All right. Alistar, you're up.
Okay.
Go to there.
Okay. So I'm going to activate my star form in let's do Archer. Bonus action, I'm gonna target Copperhat with my bow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hang on a second. I'm missing the toggle to target a creature on the left side with all the.
It should. You should select. Taylor, what's the?
Control middle mouse wheel.
That one. And then that one.
Okay. There we go. Thank you.
And clean. That's so
There we go.
good.
Oof.
Get an inspiration.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take the inspiration. I'd rather have that than worry about a single hit for now. And then that was my bonus action. Regular action, I'm going to cast Moonbeam.
Beam moon.
It says I'm already concentrating. I don't know what I'm concentrating on.
Something from the last fight we had.
Mm-hmm.
Guess so. And I'm going to target.
Someone should just throw me out there. Do I get an opportunity attack on this turn?
Oh, sorry, I
If-
misclicked the range. Yeah.
If a character moves while you're next to them, you get an opportunity attack.
That's what I'm saying. That's my joke. Is just throw me into the melee of them, and then I can grab it. That's like, because if I'm surprised, then I don't get that. But if I'm, anyway, I'm just it's joke. We are jokes.
I misclicked on the target for the Moonbeam.
You want it like here?
I want to get the web in it.
There?
Yeah, that works. And Copperhead gets hit in as well.
Mm-hmm. Make an Arcana check for me.
Certainly.
Yeah, I mean, you've studied these webs a bit in the few places you've seen them. They're a sort of like, well, how would this work? No, okay. Yeah, your moonbeam would destroy it.
Destroy the web?
Yeah.
Good. I will keep it where it is.
Okay, so, well, it'll destroy the web now.
Instantly.
And then Copperhead takes damage at the start of his turn.
I believe that's what the wording implies. Yeah,
Wording
it's one of those
implies
weird
many
ones.
things. It's either now or when the and and
They
when
need to
the star
clarify that
appears.
shit. It's so
So
aggravating.
it's either now or at the beginning of his combat, or at the beginning of his turn. Don't just once. Take at the
Yeah.
beginning of his turn.
Would it be simpler just to say do it now because it's being cast now, and then every subsequent round?
No,
takes it
because
at the beginning of his
because
turn?
then you have to not have it do damage on the first turn of his first turn, which is
That's
really
right.
fucking confusing. So we just
That
have
is
it do damage
confusing.
on the beginning of his turn. That's the idea.
Okay. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. And yeah, that is my turn.
As you do this, he'll shout, just seeing the webway destroyed. Suddenly, his expression seems a lot more. I mean, not his expression, but the way he's moving around seems a lot more nervous. And he says, "If you kill me, you'll never find your brother."
I just stare daggers at him. I don't say anything.
Alger, you're up.
I'm gonna use my. Well, I'm gonna apply poison. Then I'm gonna use my non-sharpshooter. I'll click.
Gonna get no sneak attack damage this turn.
Yeah, sorry.
An 8 will certainly hit. What's the poison damage?
Oh, la la la. Okay. And if I get on the roof and like lay like on my stomach, would I be hidden enough for next time?
The corner, you can just go around the corner.
The roof is like peaked, so yeah, you can use the roof as cover to hide.
But also you can just use the corner. Just go to the back up and look around the corner.
I'll go up to the roof. Why not?
Cool.
Right there.
Uh,
And is my turn.
Do you need to make your stealth check now or next turn?
It's an active turn. That takes a bonus action. It'll be next turn.
all right, Copperhead is up. Let's see.
Hey Chris, I have questions about. Well, I'll ask them on my turn. That's fine.
Hold on, let me enjoy this for a moment.
Yeah, yeah. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
That might be a counter spell for me.
You can counterspell it.
I'm gonna try to counterspell it.
You don't need a roll. It's a third level spell, so you just expend the spell slot and it doesn't happen.
Can I use Uncanny Dodge for this?
No, it doesn't happen. That didn't happen.
Sarkovan countered the spell, so you.
I.
Is that fair? Like, rules as written that I know what he's casting?
I mean, I feel like yes, because Sarkovan has that spell and has cast it before and would recognize it.
Many a
well.
time.
Okay.
It's like one of
Alright.
his bread and butter spells. He's like, nope, fuck you.
Okay.
I know that. I know that little dance. Shut the fuck up.
Okay. And then Copperhat swears loudly and will turn invisible.
Really?
More
I pulled this
invisible.
trick on my players the other day.
I mean, like, he just turning invisible is just.
He also takes the
Stepping out of his fucking-
moonbeam damage.
Oh,
he's
yeah,
all-
yeah.
he's moonbeamed.
It's a con
That
save.
does he have a truth? Is he illusioned by any chance? Moonbeam does weird things to illusions, right?
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Can you post the text for a moonbeam for me?
It's up on the chat, but it's
I mean, you also need to roll damage for it and all that jazz.
Shape Changer makes its saving throw with disadvantage. If it fails, it also instantly reverts to its original form and can't assume a different form until it leaves the spell's light.
Okay, he's not a shape changer specifically, but
So it doesn't.
for flavor, because this is cool and I can't think of any other way it come up, and it won't really matter. The moonbeam illuminates some of the illusion magic he's going on, and you realize that so the unseen court are all physically their physical bodies are invisible and they just wear clothes on their physical bodies. Copper Hat, you realize with this light on him is actually, there's the clothing, and in the inside his like shirt, you see illuminated a little normal sized spider with the webs connecting to all the different clothing, and he's kind of operating it almost with like puppet strings. Copperhead is a spider. Um, anyway, yeah, roll your moonbeam damage.
That's good to
Uh,
know. It's important
yep.
information for me, Chris.
Yeah. And it's a con save.
I believe so.
Fucking awkward.
Con save.
16 is the DC.
Okay, so he takes. Wait, it doesn't show me the roll. Do you know how much he rolled?
It showed me. I think it was 8 and 6.
17 total.
Okay,
There's
so,
8 and 9.
so he'll take 8 damage. Here, we'll. Now that he's not escaping.
I don't have a way to talk into someone's head. I need a way to psychic talk. I think I used to at some point.
So he cast invisibility, and that's his turn. Takara, you're up.
I'm assuming he's not a fiend or an undead.
No.
Okay.
He's a fey spider.
Correct assumption.
So goofy.
Where's Mike when we need him?
Magic Mike, I summon thee.
Crossover event we didn't know we needed.
I'm gonna take a bit of a chance, and I'm just gonna shoot a lightning bolt where I last saw him, just in, over there.
Roll damage.
Sorry, 1 second. If it does hit him, he has to make a dex save. Or if he is in that spot, I mean. Oh my god.
The amount to which I want to do mischief here is ridiculous.
Big oof.
Is that a failed save?
Yeah, which is crazy, isn't it?
Oh, the concentration. Yeah, so you hear him shout in pain. So you get the sense the electricity connects, but he's still invisible. He's actually not.
Well,
The concentration was for hypnotic pattern.
I
Yeah,
will
he-
force him to make
Well,
a
oh, no, that's not.
strength save.
Or be bold.
And he
That's bringing-
fails. So he is pulled 30 feet directly towards me.
Okay.
I'll try to get out of this. You gave me this.
I don't like where this is going.
First time I've used it, actually. Do I feel a small spidery thing bump into me? I don't know if that's 30.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. I don't know if I have economy for this, because I used What did I already
Action.
use?
You did. You certainly did action. Yeah. Lightning bolt
We
is an
don't
action.
know that. I'm gonna read it and let you know though. No, I've only used a bonus action.
Well, lightning is a
Um,
bonus action. That's the
Yep.
stuff we like.
That's yeah.
It's
So
one for
I
short rest.
I
But yeah.
will grab this thing.
Disadvantaged attack. Disadvantaged grapple.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, invisible things you get disadvantage against basically universally.
What skill is that, please?
Athletics.
That's
Athletics.
Yeah,
doesn't
athletics.
matter really. He rolled a nat 20.
Well,
You can roll
I,
two
I'm
20s.
not gonna roll 2 20s. Yeah.
19's still good for
oh,
disadvantage.
you know you can't beat him. Yeah, you don't have 15. You don't have a plus 3. You only have a plus 3.
It doesn't matter. All right.
Do we have
well,
do we have our skill set checks 20s auto success in this world?
Not athletics. Wait, oh,
So
I see what you're
you're-
saying. No, it would not be an auto success if you beat him. by
If
the
you,
number.
if you beat 25, 20 wouldn't beat his 25. Your 23 wouldn't beat his 25.
I know that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what I've been saying. So yeah,
Yep.
I will.
You have extra attack. You can do it again, or you can attack.
Yeah. So I'm going to. Yeah, I'll just do it again.
Okay.
You hear that clicking?
All right, you grab hold of something. You can't see it though.
I'm fairly certain. But Cassie, and that's it.
Oh fuck!
Takara has no idea about your dilemma, so
Yeah, no one knows what's happening.
Cassie,
Well,
in my darkest hour, I need you.
Sarkovan, you're up.
Okay. This guy's not that tanky. I've been debating whether or not I.
Yeah, because you were supposed to get away through the spider web.
I'm supposed to what?
He was supposed to get away through the spider web. That's why he's not so tanky.
Right. Maybe I can just make it. Wait, the spider web's gone, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Never mind. I'm
He's
tripping.
tripping.
I am tripping.
Fools, you've tried to fight us in a U-shaped building alleyway. This has not gone well for the last people who attempted this.
Wait, did the Bornbog go yet?
is this
Not
the
yet.
same
He's after you.
alleyway?
It's visually, it's not the same one, but it is
Yeah.
visually the same.
I was like, this scene looks like a certain massacre that we just performed. All right, sorry.
I'm gonna cast haste on. Is that useful for you, Cassie? If I cast haste on you?
Certainly does something. It's a little
Cast
weird. Yeah,
haste on you.
it does something. Yeah. Okay. Don't.
Which I'm concentrating on, and I'm gonna move around here. And as a bonus action, I'm gonna give inspiration to
Who'd you haste?
Sylvestra. Cassie.
So, are we remembering what being I made shady deals
No,
with?
we don't know any of this, Cassie.
You guys did. I did talk about doing that anyway.
Just beat up the Bornbog then.
Is that your turn, Sarkovan?
I give bardic inspiration to Sylvestra. I can't see. Wait, do I need to see her? Oh wait, I can see her. Okay.
I would just rather not.
And that ends my turn. And I can hit the end turn button.
Is it my turn? No, it's Bornbog's turn.
Yes. Borenbog will take another gourd from his side and take a swig.
Who got the inspiration?
Cassie, I thought.
Cassie
inspired.
gets no.
Wee.
Cassie got haste. Sylvester gets bardic inspiration.
I
He
certainly have a bardic
grows.
inspiration, but I can get rid of it.
Oh, hold on. Okay, yeah.
I-
Grows
Ooh,
big.
big boy.
And then his eyes flash red, and everyone feels a little dizzy for a second. I need everyone within 30 feet, 10, 15,
All of
20,
us?
which is everybody, to make a con save.
Constitution save.
Everybody, well, Sir Coven and Sylvester don't, but everyone else gets +4. Don't forget.
Fuck.
I got 23 then.
Uh,
I also
Oops,
got
so
20.
I accidentally rolled it, but you can. I only got a 16. I was gonna try and remind Chris of a feature I have. I was gonna.
alright, did this work? That did not work. One more try to do the thing. Nope. Nope, still didn't work. Alright, we're gonna.
That
There you
went.
go.
He just
He's
spouts
saying
that
it.
at us. Yeah.
So Kessie, Zerkoven, Svestra, Aldry, and Alistar all feel like everything is moving in slow motion. You're dizzy, like basically you feel kind of drunk. And you have that effect.
I
Uh,
What if I'm hasted as well as slowed? What happens then? Can I spend the slow action? Can I take?
Yes, you succeeded.
what I'm gonna say is you just have a normal turn, and then
Okay.
after that the stupefy ends and you are hasted as normal. Aldry, it's a DC 20, you rolled a 19. Unless you had
No,
some
I
other
Oh,
problem.
with the +4?
No,
Then no.
sorry, I amended that. I have a 10 feet, right?
Ah,
Yeah, I
Right.
don't know.
I don't see my aura.
Kessie
yeah.
passes with the aura.
No,
Wait,
no,
no, it already added it in.
I added it in, but yes,
Yeah.
it was added in.
Alistar, you pass. So it's Aldry, Svestra, Sirkoven, and
How bad did I fucking
Kessie.
on a follow up? How
Everyone
bad
except
did I
Alls.
fucking roll? I got a 4. Okay, that makes sense.
And me.
Okay. That is his turn.
+12 and I had a +12 and failed hard.
Kessie, you're up.
Normal.
Grapple that. Anyway.
What? I just like everything is awkward as fuck. This is like such a. Cassie is stressed and doesn't know what the fuck to. Like, can we pretend Cassie is stunned because she doesn't know what the fuck to do?
That's
I'm
acceptable.
gonna walk up here. I'm gonna attempt to also grab the spider.
Athletics check with disadvantage.
But neutral because I am
Oh,
popping rage.
yeah.
What?
I clicked Dex for him before. He actually has acrobatics proficiency, but I'm not gonna retcon anything. Hey.
Ooh, yeah! A challenge.
Beautiful.
And then I'm gonna grab the Born Bug. I think he's small enough for me to grab him.
He is huge.
Yes, which is I
Tiny
think,
babby.
which means I think that he doesn't. That I can grab him, and I think he gets half movement while I'm grabbing him, or I can spend my action to give him.
I'm gonna give him advantage because he's big.
which
Ugh.
is-
Bad roll.
I also have advantage because I'm
Raging.
angry. Oh, I'm gonna, yeah. Normal. No advantage. I just did it normal. Does it matter? It does matter.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
I fucking
Oh.
missed. No, there. Yeah, there we go. That's and I don't have an extra action because I'm slowed. So that's my bonus action. That's all. That's all I got. Weird. I don't have a way to communicate. I just gonna do what we gonna do. End turn.
Actually, wait, did I need to check something real quick.
I didn't do damage to. And I want to test something. Yeah, this is what I do. Private GM roll. If I just like drop this here, what happens? Choice. What this lets me do is I can do that, right? That I can sneak that. I
Oh,
can send
yeah.
that info. I can send that information to you
Okay,
directly.
right. Can we hop in the whisper just for a quick second? I have a
Yeah,
question for you. Okay.
absolutely.
Um, did I ever say to you if grapple counts as a thing that they're immune to? I know that the text doesn't specify grapple.
I
But
don't
did I?
remember,
Okay.
and I have no like. I have no ill intent against this spider. The grapple I have on that spider is maybe possibly like there's a part of me that's like if fucking that spider gets let go of, I might run away
So,
with
well,
the
I mean,
spider.
what I'm gonna say, what I'm gonna like, I think that the
You
magic
don't
is
like.
powerful enough to prevent the grapple, and but I don't want to do that if I said otherwise, and I'm taking that away from
Oh,
you.
I have no care.
Okay,
You
then
can
we can go
make
back.
that do whatever you.
His ways are mysterious and unknown to us.
Yeah. So Kessie, you go to reach, and I mean Takara and Alice are all right there. You see, it's like her hand hits like an
Well, it's
invisible.
invisible. They can't tell.
No, like
They can make
reaches.
it.
So
They can
so
make the check.
Takara's grabbing something, and like you can see, like she has a grip, and there's like pulling on it.
Oh, right.
Takara goes, and it's like her hand hits like an invisible wall and does not seem to grab hold of anything. Oh wait, no, he's still grappled by Takara.
I failed to grapple the spider.
Kessie did not
Wrong.
grapple,
The spider.
but Borenbog is grappled. Is that was your turn?
Certainly. That I'm good with that.
All right. Copperhead gets a boss turn. He's still invisible.
Can we? Fuck, that's fine. I can be less aggressive here.
He
I
is
can play
invisible, constant grappled. Okay.
slightly less aggressive.
He's gonna oh, I feel like these numbers are probably messed up, so I'm gonna do it one step at a time. He's gonna stab Takara.
Oh, that hits.
Oof.
Oh wait, I misread something. Whatever. I messed up. He's caught off guard by the grapple. So you take. Where did all these numbers come from? That's what I was afraid of. Make a Constitution save, Takara. I think it already put some of that damage in. Okay, so you take less damage. Okay. So you should take 12 damage from that stab.
Okay. Oh, I had temp. Sorry.
Let's see. Let me do one thing. Is he gonna? Okay. And then at the end of his turn, you see running around the corner, a blue-robed dark elf who shouts, "Wait! Stop! This is all a misunderstanding!" Uh, and please don't hurt Copperhead. He's my friend. Svester, you're up.
Kill him.
Shoot the area where this battle is happening. I'm trying to
Okay.
shoot Copperhead.
Attack with disadvantage.
I'm holding him.
Disadvantage.
Is this Doom music?
God,
Well.
every time he uses that weapon, I get flashback by this wall of text.
Yeah, trying to figure out.
And red strikes 1d4. And
Oh,
takes
you
one more point of damage.
You still have him targeted, even though he's invisible,
Yes.
so it works.
That's very convenient.
Yeah.
Y'all make my life so complicated. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
You did this. You did this.
You're right. It was us that made you deal with the spider god.
I have used my movement and action. I'm done.
Alistar, you're up. You see your brother right behind you.
Or what appears to be my brother. I trust nothing anymore. That being said, I immediately drop Moonbeam.
Okay.
And I run over to him.
Mm-hmm.
Altair? Is it really you?
Yes, it's me. Listen, this is all. Look, just don't hurt him, all right? He's my friend. He's been trying to help me.
Okay, you need to start explaining what the hell is going on.
Look, we're just trying to bring peace here, but it all backfired because the courts, and that's about as far as he gets with your turn. So if you're going to do anything else on your turn, you need to decide that now. Otherwise, you can wait for him to continue talking.
At this point, I'm not focusing. Well, at this point, is it really him? I need to figure out if this is actually him.
You can
So
roll
I
like
know.
a investigation check.
Investigation. Let me just check my thing real quick.
I'm bedazzling my Stitch fanny pack because I think that's fun. Important side
Okay.
information while we wait.
Investigation and insight. Okay.
Exactly.
The kid at the computer meme, though.
Yeah. I'm extremely pleased with my pins.
Yeah, I sent him a message. So what do you do?
I just got it. Yeah. Do I have anything, any turns, any actions, bonus actions, or anything?
Were you affected or did you resist the stupefy?
I resisted the stupefy.
Yeah, I'll say you still have an action.
Okay. I'll just look down and I'll chuckle and I'll be like, "You almost had me there for a second." And I kind of just like wave my hand through what I am intending to be an illusion.
It vanishes.
You're a real scumbag, you know that, Copperhead?
You just hear a voice from the empty space. I'll take that as a compliment. Is that your turn or?
If I don't have anything else, yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
If that was my action.
The Borenbog will take a turn. Um, let's see. He's like, he glares down at you, Kessie. You're like grabbing on, like got your arms wrapped around his leg. And he's like,
I just gonna get like a.
I remember you. And he pulls out his gutting knife and goes to like slam it into your side.
That was the point. This is the best part of this fight to me. There's all this other stressful stuff, but this seems fun.
Does that hit?
14 does not hit. How did I get a
Um,
19 AC? What happened to my night? What is part of my
Haste?
night? Oh, haste. Thank you, haste, for being haste.
okay, and then is he gonna? Yeah, he's gonna do this. He's gonna spit at you, which he did once before.
Oh, I need to
Angling
stop.
spit.
Okay, you assume because you took full damage, that means you failed the save because it didn't show your
Fail.
roll. Oh, there
I
it is,
got
13.
13.
So you took some acid damage and you are restrained.
Tragic.
And then he's gonna make his second attack with advantage.
That hits.
Okay. Correction. A few things happen. Okay, so deals an extra 2d6 damage because he's giant, and one. This counts as a crit
Why?
because of a
All the
special
19.
ability he has. Whenever he hits somebody with his gutting knife, which he did to you 3 times last combat, his critical hit range for that person increases by 1. So his critical hit range for you is now 16 to 20, but it caps at 16. Okay, so then that would be 46, and then 4. And
Remember to. I have resistance.
right. It looks like it didn't apply it to the 11, so you can regain 6 health. And then you're going to lose another 13 after that, after resistance. And because he critically hit you, he cuts off one of your hands and sticks it onto his belt.
What?
Now we have a problem. Well, that's fine. That's fine.
You'll have 7 more of those soon.
Yes. No, I don't think I will. Let's be honest. I think instead of doing PvP stuff, I will disappoint my friends, spider friends. It's like
that's one less hand to grapple with, by the way.
I know what's happened.
I guess there's only one
already-
person. No, I'm gonna, because it just makes sense that what he would do. He cuts out the hand that was grappling him.
Sure,
you can try again next turn.
that's gonna continue to be the case.
Okay, those were his. That was his turn. Aldra, you're up.
All right. Well, I still have Copper Hat clicked from last time, so I'm just gonna go with that again. I'm thinking he's around here somewhere.
That's what happened while your
Oh.
hand is missing. So you're also
You
poisoned.
could see Takara holding just him, invisible shit.
Perfect.
You'll still have
Um,
disadvantage, which means you can't get sneak attack even if you have friends there. But you can attack them if you want, or you can go up to the big guy.
Suggestions who I should go after?
Focus fire.
Yeah,
What
right
is
now
it?
the invisible guy is more damaged, and we like to kill people that are more decrease action economy, which is to say, kill one that exists.
Okay.
So the one that's invisible.
I'm gonna
Um,
apply bonus action first.
Do you
and
want to sneak or apply bonus? Because you can you can either get advantage or. What?
I thought Chris, I thought you said I couldn't sneak.
You
No,
can't
did I-
sneak Copper Hat because he's invisible and you have disadvantage. You
okay.
can sneak attack the Bornbog if you shoot.
Yeah.
No, no, wait.
Was Audrey stupefied?
But no, I'm saying if she not if she sneak attacks, if she hides and then makes this attack, she will have advantage from being hidden, which will give her neutral, which will let her sneak attack. Correct?
Yeah, that sounds good.
I don't know if that's true. That's a DM call, but like,
Yeah. Okay,
so if you want to hide to get neutral attack against him to get sneak attack.
But if she's stupefied, she can't hide and attack in the same turn.
Oh, if she's
anyway.
stupefied, she can't. Doesn't matter.
correct.
So she can't. Never mind. You can or poison anyway. You can just attack or poison.
I can't attack.
You don't.
and-
You don't have a. You can. Right now, you don't. You can either use your bonus action or your action,
Alright.
because you're
my action.
stupefied. Because he gave you a
So-
dirty look and it made you feel bad.
Feel
I don't know
the worst hangover.
what is
Poison
going on.
you, if we're being honest.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Well-
yo.
Well, fuck him. Have you considered fuck him?
Damn, that sneak
Um,
attack would have been real good.
Yeah.
It gets sneak attack. Oh no, it doesn't.
that would be disadvantage because he's invisible.
Yes, you have to throw another.
Oh.
You have to roll again. And he's so low.
So you
God.
don't get-
I forgot
do
to
the
disadvantage.
It's a pain in the ass to remember that thing. 11 is gonna hit.
Okay, it still hits. Let me
You have
undo
to
the
undo lots of
previous.
damage.
30.
Oh.
Wait, did it?
I think that's both hits, it looks like.
Yes, so he needs to be... No, why is it doing both? Undo.
Hey, that looks good to me.
Okay, hold on. It should be at 119 minus 12 would be 1.
You heard that number, ladies and gentlemen?
Alright, his health is set. You hit him and did some damage.
Okay. I guess that ends my turn.
Alright, Copperhead is up. Hmm. Let's see. He is going to cast a spell. Ta-da. On two of you.
I am absolutely using a inspiration die on that.
Okay.
What is that? A wisdom save? Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, you pass.
Did someone just pass a wisdom save against fear?
Yes.
That's kind of my whole thing.
Mr. Borenbog, sir, can you please make a saving throw?
What kind of save?
A wisdom save. Unfortunately, he is now spooked. He is now.
As you do your weird fey magic to redirect the fear, he pulls a hand off of his belt and throws it at you, and that's how he uses legendary resistance. Throws to Kessie's hand, so now you have Kessie's hand.
that might come in handy. As it
Yeah, we
turns out.
just need a mending spell and just zzz, it'll be good as new.
Stretchro knows she's fey. Cassie can just stick it back on.
I was gonna say
Roger.
that's actually makes it much more annoying, because I was gonna do that. I was gonna fight for that hand
But he did
on my turn.
legendary resistance to your effect. So that was your reaction. Copperhead's fear. Copperhead still has a thing he can do. He's gonna try to break out of the grapple. So that's an athletics check by Chikara to keep hanging on. Hey, there's a roll.
I mean, it doesn't. No matter what I roll, it doesn't matter.
He gets 2 actions.
Yeah, it's the boss rules that I'm playing with where they get for
More than one turn.
transparency, more than one turn. They each get 2 turns because there's 2 of them. If it was a solo, they would have 3 turns. Um, I'm giving the Borenbog 3 actions a turn and Copperhead 2 actions a turn. Bonus actions cost an action. Movement costs 2 actions. To maybe make a fight where things might go south.
There were things, anything could
So
ever go south.
Copperhead
never.
uses 2 actions to cast Fear and ungrapple himself, but he doesn't have enough to move. Well,
He has another action, huh?
I was giving him 2. It's weird. I'm trying to figure out things on the fly, but
Yeah, they're fine.
yeah, he's gonna shoot a web at Takara. Takara, you need to make a strength save. Actually, can I just do this? Try that.
Did it do anything?
No.
I saw a
Nothing.
web strand. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened for me. I can
Roll-
make a strength save.
Do that.
Yikes.
You're restrained.
What does
Oh,
that mean again?
Can't move. Attacks against you have advantage. Your attacks have disadvantage.
Mm,
Takara, you're up.
I'm gonna use another inspiration. I'm sorry.
Oh, sure.
How many inspos you got?
Enough. I roll a lot of ones. Fuck.
Oh, I do want to mention, in the Pathfinder session I played on Thursday, I did roll, and it's on camera so you can see it, 3 natural 20s in a row. Yeah, you're still restrained.
Thank you.
So you can, I mean, you can try to break free or attack the web, like cut at it or something, or just attack Copperhead or try to grab him again or whatever you want.
We really need to be able to see him. That's causing us a lot of issues. I don't have any way to fix that though. So
Okay. Sorry, these guys have a lot of text. He turns invisible when he casts a spell, or turns back visible when he casts a spell, so he should be visible now. That's my bad.
cool.
Oh yeah. That's how invisibility works.
That makes my job a little more simple. So then, in that case, what's the roll to break out of the restraint again?
You can
Oh, like cut the web.
repeat the strength save to just like tear it apart, or you can cut at it, which would be an attack roll, and if you deal enough damage, it'll break it.
Do you have a disadvantage on the web though?
Yes, you would have disadvantage attacking the web. But it's got a low AC.
All right. I'll attack the web. God damn it. I'll just attack.
Roll a lot of one.
You are truly remarkable.
Chekhov's gun has pulled off
Every
15 seconds later.
every group has
prophecy
that
is
one
true.
person.
I don't know how it is. Luck should not be a thing. It certainly is.
So I'm assuming the AC is higher than 9.
Yes.
Natural one's auto miss.
Unfortunately.
Oh, so. Okay, I'll do it again. Great.
15 doesn't.
Roll damage.
I did already.
It's the 5.
It's a whopping 5.
Wow.
You stop rolling one.
It is vulnerable to slashing damage, but that's still not enough. So you mostly cut yourself out,
Mostly.
but not enough to be free.
Take a look at this, Chief. Divine Smite.
Smite that web. Can you roll? Above average. Yes. You have broken free of the web with your divine smite as you unleash all of the fury of your god of war onto some strands of
s-
spider web.
some sad man. Oh fuck.
Here's my war cry.
That was 2 attacks. Is that your turn or do you have a bonus action?
What's it cost me to fucking drink a potion?
I think I've rolled that a bonus action.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink a potion.
Which one?
All right, friends. This has been in my inventory a long ass time.
Yes.
Nice.
Kaiju battle.
Ooh.
It's not as big as I thought it'd make me, but I'm here for it. I
No,
moved
he
there.
got a big old. He got a big old potion. He got biggity big potion. You got
Yeah.
big potion. You got biggity big potion.
I'll take it.
Yeah, that's good. That's power.
Oh, I have to roll a d4 to see how long I fucking 2 hours. All right. Well, I'm big.
Sir Coven, you're up.
How do I tell if I break out of stupefy or not?
Oh, you just. Well, if you did it once, have you been stupefied once?
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah, it's one turn of stupefy. That's it. And then you're fine.
Wouldn't it have been this
Has
turn?
it been? Yeah, no, I'm still stupefied.
Right, because
Alright,
it did it right after your previous turn.
Yeah.
So you're stupefied
I'm
for this turn
gonna-
and then that's over.
I'm gonna do my favorite spell and also your favorite spell.
Please sit.
Uh,
Please sit. Dot spear.
well,
Ooh, my favorite.
Who's that on?
Born
Bornbog.
Bog.
He's gonna tear off another hand. He's got one left. And throw it at you. Does he still take half damage?
He does. Well, he failed, so shouldn't he take full damage?
No,
Even
he
though
succeeded.
He auto
succeeded.
succeeded with
That's-
a lucky hand.
Oh, then he takes half. Wait, does he?
Yes.
You're
Okay.
reaching, bud. I want it. I want it too.
Wait, it's be minus.
Ashley uses this spell all the time, so I thought,
With the
I'm pretty sure it does.
another character. I have another character. It's the best one.
It's a good spear.
Is that your turn?
Um,
Oh, isn't part of the stupefy you have to make a roll if you cast that spell?
Yes.
sorry, y'all. It's getting late.
It is late.
Yeah, I was
It is late
gonna
on luck.
mention that at the end of this
DC
round.
Sun's
DC
getting real low, big
20.
guy.
DC 20 and charisma or wisdom save, your choice.
Okay. We're definitely gonna do charisma.
How close are you to a? You're within 20 feet, so you get a plus. Yeah, you're.
Okay,
fine.
yeah. So you cast a spell. He saved, but he used up one of his hands.
What's Takara's aura look like now that she's big?
It's just slightly bigger.
It's bigger.
Okay.
Egg
Why
is
is it-
bigger. Who remembers that meme?
I don't. Oh my god.
There you
Give that a quick Google.
go. Is that your turn, Sir Coven?
It would be. It is.
Um. Let's see. Yeah, he's gonna take a third gourd, his final one, and pour
Very
it
good.
on the ground. And let's see. We're gonna do. How far out would it go? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright, we're gonna go. Do. This area. As he pours out this liquid and it spreads around, the ground transforms into swampy terrain waterlogged with spider webs and tangled roots, suffused with negative energies. It is difficult terrain, and you will take damage if you end your turn in contact with this green ground. But Bornbog and Copperhead are fine. That was 2 of his actions, and then with his 3rd action, he's gonna try to stab Cassie again.
Get some.
That's an 18, so that's another crit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Calm
6,
down.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Stop it.
5. Oh, here, let me undo the 11 damage. So you take 38 divided by 2, which is 19. So you actually take 19 damage. And he takes your other hand.
Does that mean he regains a legendary resistance?
Yes.
Fuck.
Oh.
Every time he rolls a crit.
How much? So how much damage did I take?
19 after rage.
Yeah. I'm gonna just try and get my hand back. Can I grapple check to get my hand back?
Yes. Let me roll his. Oh, you get it back. Do you stick it back? Wait.
I'm getting it back with. I'm touching it with my hand. Like the thing I'm doing to get it back is by putting my hand on that.
Yeah,
my
that'll work.
Stump on
It
my hand.
it reattaches. You regain 4d6 plus 5 hit points.
Okay.
By the power of hand magic.
And that is 1 less legendary resistance for him.
Alright, so he only has 1 left.
Here's another hand.
Yeah, he started combat with 2.
He used
I'm gonna try.
He took one of Cassie's,
to.
so
Oh.
he gained one.
I'm going to
He took
try
another
and
of Cassie's.
put my other stump on the other hand.
Okay. Roll athletics.
You're here to do goofy things.
You shove it and you rub it and you probably get some of that hand's blood into your blood, but it doesn't connect.
Yeah. And then I'm down to have someone else sand. Fight me. And then
You
I'm
think
just
you
gonna-
could attach the hand and with a little bit of magic get it to work, but it's not as simple as just touch and reattach like your own
Yeah.
hands.
and I'm annoyed with him, so I'm going to.
Oh, and if you end your turn, you will take 2d6 necrotic damage. Sorry, 5d6 necrotic damage. Looking at a different thing.
I'm going to hit him with my hand axe because I have 3 actions. Or 3 attacks.
Oh yeah,
this
yeah,
turn.
because you're hasted.
I'm hasted.
Oh, also you should have disadvantage because you're poisoned. You should have disadvantage on the grapplers too, but it's too late now.
They're neutral, yeah. I was rolling with advantage.
Miss.
And then I'm going to climb. I'm going to jump up to the.
You are restrained by his spit.
Then I'm going to get fucked by the poison. What do you
Yeah,
want from me?
Roll 5d6. Or I mean, I can do it.
It's not that much. Was it 5d6? No.
17 necrotic damage. Which is not reduced by rage.
The amount to which Cassie's gonna have a good time fighting the Burning Bog. Like, but we can. Oh no, we're just gonna one more turn. Finish the turn, and then I'm gonna do a little recap.
That's Kessie's turn?
Yeah.
Alright. Copperhead is up. He is not invisible. Or not grappled. He will become invisible.
No, I don't let him.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
I told you.
I clicked the wrong invisible button. Anyway, you know what? He's not going that way because y'all know where he's going, so he's gonna go somewhere else. Okay, end of the round. It is almost 12:30. Do y'all want to call
Yeah,
for
it's
tonight
good
and pick
time.
this up next time?
I think I would like that.
Okay.
Oh man.
We're fucked.
No,
I
no,
need to give
no.
Cassie her hand back.
No, I think it just says if I heal, I'll be okay, right?
Well, I have your hand. Why not?
Oh, sure.
Throw
Well,
it, throw it at her like the Infinity Gauntlet. It'll just slide right on.
I think, um,
So you can reattach the hand if you get the opportunity. For whatever reason you don't get the opportunity, the hand is lost until the regeneration spell is cast or you reincarnate.
yeah, which is fine. Or I
If I have-
become a spider person, but I'm not. That's not the.
Chris,
like,
can I get a legendary resistance since I have one of Cassie's hands? Can
No,
I
this
throw
is-
it at them?
Well, I think we did this sometime, but just for a refresher, make a history or arcana check, Svestra,
Yes. I love intelligence checks.
with advantage because it's face. So.
Fuck. So let me roll again just in case.
Like 15's pretty good, but 15 is
Fate has ordained it so.
Hell yeah.
You've heard. I mean, you met the Dreadborn Bog earlier. You've heard about him a bit. He's kind of a fey folklore creature. It's hard to tell myth from truth. The one thing you have heard that a lot of the tales say is that he is unkillable. What exactly that means, you're not too sure. Like, you're doing damage and wounding him, but they say the Borenbog is unkillable.
Noted.
This is where the myth of Shrek came from. This fight.
We're in his swamp right now.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
He doesn't want you to get out of the swamp, though.
Where's Lord Farquaad when you need him?
He's invisible.
He who
oh
asked.
man, man, the weird
That make
predicament. I
Turkar a
really
donkey?
do. I really would prefer to be a spider, but that's too bad.
Nice
That's
one.
not happening. And now I just get like goofed. I want to like apologize to the poor spider people because I failed them.
I mean, the thing that they requested you do is there's still ways to make that happen, but it's
Not easily. Very hard. Very hard.
I don't like y'all talking in double speak.
I just like
I think it's
I,
cool.
Yeah.
I like how it just went. Hey, should we go with this plan? Yeah, maybe. Sure. Let's. What do you guys think? I say objectively no. It's like, oh, that's what I've been wanting to hear, baby.
Well.
This fight breaks out.
I like I don't want I still want I consider myself minion-y. I'm gonna do primarily what like my first priority is doing what Alistar wants. Being a spider's cool, but Alistar's already given me two cool things on that front. The spider form is not gonna beat that, so I'm gonna do whatever the fuck Alistar wants, and he started the fight, so I'm gonna fight, and I'm fine being unable to hurt spiders forever.
I like how in your background the fuck around and find out strip of your flag is like the only thing that's not fully affected. So every once in a while when you're talking, it just says that above your head, like a speech bubble.
I mean, that's
It's
in
very
character. Yeah.
Cassie. Extremely Cassie.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm big.
Yeah, it's fun.